Your prince will never come.
Hair. Oh. Well, that's our John.
Oh, our prince is already here, and he's got flaming red hair and a mullet.
Did somebody say?
Yes.
I am
Prince of the
on my way.
Earth.
I can go the distance.
Oh my God! Somebody write this down. This is a genius song. It's a real song, Scott. I know.
Do you want the Disney Corporation to come after us? Because that's how you get the Disney Corporation to come after us.
Run.
The name of Kazak. Nice.
Yeah,
Mastodon.
Pugajutsu, which one of them?
Saber-toothed tiger.
Which one of
Pyres!
them's shirt explodes? Because on the one hand, Pyres doesn't have that much of a shirt to explode, and I'm sure that he's, ready, willing, and able to just get that shirt off at any point in time.
Correct.
But Oresta is jacked.
Flex.
I really enjoy
Take
all
off
of
the
the
sleeves. There we
interpretations
go. Much better.
in that art.
The art was amazing.
That's because it is Lo's birthday today. And I waited before saying anything because I was like, oh, maybe he'll be here and I'll be able to say something. But why would he come here on his birthday? He's probably
Yeah,
got
it's a birthday
plans.
party.
Like a
I hope he's
family?
eating 17 burgers.
Stacked on top of each other.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's my face. But yes, happy birthday to Lo, and a general greetings to all the awesome people in chat because we got great people in
Ooh,
the chat. here.
Kate is loud? That's not gonna
Oh,
last.
happy days. A gentleman
Oh,
caller.
happy day.
Oh, happy day.
I have indeed turned Kate down a smidge.
Ooh.
I mean, we could just turn Kate down for what?
Turn down for what? Turn down 4 watts. I like it. I see what you did there.
Oh, now we love it, DJ.
Oh my god, Reparth, I love it.
Wait a second.
And Exalt's armor is crafted from ideas.
What
Not
is this
material.
angel sneezes?
My God.
Come from her.
Aw.
Angels.
At you. At you. At you.
Why?
Oh, I
Better than cat
see.
sneezes, I'll tell you that for sure.
Oh my god.
Sound as nice as I look. Oh no, our tech's not working again.
No. Oh.
Am I going for a beard? Requiem, so I will be very honest with you. I forgot to shave today. It
So,
is
yes.
not because I'm trying to go for a beard. It's because I forgot to shave.
I mean,
Quite
there's a reason the
literally,
title of the
that's all it
episode
is.
If I had
Uh,
to.
I don't like having facial hair.
Whereas I have embraced the look like wholeheartedly over the last 12 months. I also never used to enjoy it.
We're
Now I go,
slowly
"Oh,
working at transforming Scott into a lumberjack.
Kate, you. Who do you look like? You know who you look? You look like Baxter from Team America World Police,
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
the driver, who's just got like one mustache but is otherwise completely clean shaven. It's fantastic. One mustache, yeah.
I believe, and it is my conjecture, that the reason why facial hair has become more and more popular these days. Oh wow!
Oh?
I forgot that it just continued to play because of that. I believe that the reason why is because out of sheer, because it is now socially acceptable to have facial hair, people do it. Some people do it because they think it makes them look better. I think most people do it because it's easier.
Truth. Yes, shaping is better than having to like maintain daily or every other day or whatever, right?
Yes,
Right, you would know. Yeah.
I would.
Mm-hmm.
I had to grow my facial hair out once for a role, and I was very specifically told just you're no longer allowed to groom yourself. No cutting your hair, no shaving your beard, no trimming your beard. Just let it go for as much as possible. And we had to do this for months, and it was awful, and I hated it. And literally, between the final curtain and when I walked out of the theater, it was gone. I packed the razor, and Like, it was this tiny, tiny, tiny little bathroom in a theater in Toronto, and I just did it.
Well, Requiem has a bear line, so we need to talk about this. Is this like a lineup of bears, or is it a line that bears cannot cross?
I feel like if your bear line becomes red and raw, like that's danger zone
Yeah,
stuff. You gotta
it's
lock up, get the.
The bears are attracted.
For the record, I don't have a problem with people having beards, and saying people have beards because it's easier is not my saying that they're
no.
lazy.
That's, yeah, no. For
I mean,
sure.
as evidenced, apparently sometimes I don't shave either, and I have hair where there was no hair before.
John, you're having changes. Have we talked about these changes yet, John? You may notice a few things different from light.
Why am I sweaty all the time?
Oh,
La, la, la,
am I
la.
sweaty? Oh, sorry. Oh, God. What is
No,
this?
I can grow a decent amount of facial hair. I just choose not to.
Classic.
Time to face the
Changes.
strange
Everybody poops.
Turn to think.
A bearded NOC is an apology. Now, I would assume that means NPC, but I
No.
also could guess it means a bearded Noctis. And
A non.
Hello.
Hello to one and all.
how are we doing? We're doing just fine. I'm hoping that the other people who are doing just fine, because they happen to all be here and right now, are She Who Knows 10,000 Things, Entropy's Disciple, and Strength of Borders. We have all three of our mods here: Eric with the Crosshair and Real Brick Wall.
Another brick of the wall. Clap, clap, clap,
What's
clap, clap,
happening?
clap, 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 clap.
It's a full set.
I've got the full mod set. Trade you for your fruit roll up? Bad trade, don't take it. Bad idea. So it's one fruit roll up. They're like 60 cents.
And I want to send some hearts out to Pook.
Yes.
No, he has a heart, and it's good. It's getting checked
Right.
out right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we're
like
sending our own hearts.
bonus
By the
hearts.
foot.
What's he gonna do with bonus hearts?
You can never have too
Sell
many.
them on the black market
Yeah,
Or-
back
right?
to us, because we won't have hearts.
so that he can get double
You
the
put-
pancakes. Because
If you get a full set of the RPG Clinic crew, I think you get a second heart. Yeah. It's like a heart container, right? Like you get like a new.
Yeah. Doot, doot.
You've got a big heart.
But
no one knows that game.
I do.
You got black market money. Ba-na-na-na. Oh, boy.
We're here, episode 4, which means that it is locked. All four of you, all three of you, shit.
Wait, who? The fuck?
Hello.
All three of you have now your character sheets. This is your last chance. I'm asking you right here, right now, are you okay with your sheet? Do you need to change anything? Because once we start this session, your sheet is considered canon and locked. So, what's the story? Deal? What's the steal?
What's the story?
Wishbone.
Wishbone.
Locked. 2, 1, go.
Yeah!
It's like you all turn to the keys together to launch the nukes.
Roleplay Express.
What? Yikes. What is happening?
Just don't worry about it.
Okay.
In addition to having a locked character sheet, I spent some experience.
Oh, good. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you should
great.
talk about that.
I
Kate, while we just-
purchased a 4th dot of dexterity because Oresta's just super fit.
Hmm,
And,
see.
you know, all that running around after random students in the hallways and things.
You've got
Like,
that
yeah,
hustle.
that's how you.
Yeah.
That's how you got really fit. Is being like, well, Professor, hang on. Hey, Pyres, I gotta ask you. Just like
Just
dashing,
pointing? Oh, okay.
pointing, like dashing, pointing and flexing at the same time.
Calves of rock. Sometimes it's handy to have calves of rock.
Yes. Sometimes
really creepy
you
comments.
surprise your friends by having them. John has.
I have a question for chat and for you. Is before we start, now that we know who has spent experience and who hasn't, who remembered what happened last session? Well, if you don't remember, it's a good thing that Real Brick Wall does manage to deliver to us the intel report.
House of Bells taken over by foreign agents. Further evidence of this dastardly plot can be seen lying in the infirmary if you're fortunate enough to have picked this paper up early. After the unusual game yesterday, the losing Fang, previously known as the Coral Helix, was ordered to be disbanded, an act unseen in the centuries of the school's history. The 5 now Fangless students have not been expelled, but their fate in the upcoming days is unknown. Quartermaster Juin has expressed distaste with this new addition to the curriculum, but she has carried it out with brutal efficiency. What's more, new clues have pointed to a previously unknown association between her and the expelled traitors. Tomorrow, an expose on Juin and her behind-the-scenes dealings.
Heard in the hallways. I heard Coral Helix has a traitor in their midst. No, you're a stupid rumor. I swear the new privy boy is a dead ringer for that expelled kid, Sepe. Maybe one of his parents is the traitor to the realm and the marriage. There's gonna be a lot of Fangless cadets soon.
Some 4th year is going around saying he knows how the fight in the glade went, but I've seen his marks in tactical deployment. He's full of it. I think it's time we bring back Junior Cadet Wedgie Leak. Actually, Kenton definitely wins for most punchable face. I don't know what it is, but I could...
I mean, I like how Scott just decided that, this was hard and
Yeah,
It's
too hard.
very difficult for me. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear when our cats get really angry. Maybe you heard that, maybe you didn't, but I had to just separate them.
They were beating on each other.
Rude.
Apologies, folks. Sorry. I don't like to dash out.
Got a dash.
But we back.
well, folks, I think it's Liz's turn.
I think it is. Hi, everybody. We have a safety card system in place. These cards are for maximum safety, which translates to maximum fun. A green card means that I am 100% okay with what is going on right now, even if my character appears differently, and I am enthusiastically consenting to continue. A yellow card means I am requesting a pause. There is something that the other players and my GM need to know. And a red card means stop. The game will only recommence when or if the person who pulled the red card gives the go-ahead. Well, chat, you do not have cards. You do have options. And I will lay them out for you right now. So first of all, you can message RPGClinic on Twitch, and that will go to John, so you could whisper RPGClinic. You can also whisper or message our safety tools, our moderators, and all three of them are here tonight. We have Aragorn, the Crosshair, and Real Brick Wall. They will pass along your feedback anonymously if you so choose. And also, if need be, you can stop watching the stream. We'd be very sad to see you go, but we are grateful to you for putting your safety and your comfort first. And I also neglected to say that the use of a card never has to be justified. We want this to be a very open forum and encourage open channels of communication.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one thing that we don't joke about. We can throw up green cards because green is good to go, but we never pull up cards as a joke. And folks, if you... the blue card. The blue card is from when we were sitting in front of a green screen, because this would disappear.
That's greenish.
It would.
It's another shade of greeny blue. Greeny blue.
Green screening.
Yeah, but that is actually a good point.
That is
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But generally speaking, just try not to shout out card colors because we will take it seriously.
Because we have
So not
As we have to,
please.
exactly.
Do any of you have any questions before we start?
No questions.
Oh, I added an intimacy. Does anyone is that something we want to make a habit of announcing to
I think that you want to
people, or should
announce it if
just
it's
be
not some
added
kind of
organically?
secret.
Cool. I added an
It is.
intimacy that I talked about adding last time about how someone's behavior on the battlefield reflects how they are as a person. And it's phrased, it's minor. The battlefield reveals one's true nature.
Ooh.
Nice.
That wasn't
Any
a
other
question.
intimacies that we should be aware of?
I just added a minor intimacy of distrust towards Juin.
Interesting.
Oh shit. I should have-
No, but I have like so many to keep track of. Just see how often they come up. That's a good point, actually, though. I'll make a note too.
When we're growing up, we're learning. We're constantly learning. And it is, in fact, when we are growing up that we are the best at often. It's when we're still developing those neural pathways. The concepts of language, of emotion, of even physicality are all things that we're learning as we are growing up. And one of those things that we're trying to learn is trust. We're born trusting because we have no other choice. When you're a baby, you're fully reliant on other people to help keep you alive. Your very survival depends on everyone else. And so your trust in them is absolute. But trust isn't the kind of thing that stays that way for long or forever. Trust is one of those things that you have to learn and then earn and then keep. And it's all too often that we learn the opposite lesson, how to lose trust in someone. Three of you have been placed together in a situation which might mean that you should trust each other, but that's not necessarily true. But the other question is whether or not you should be trusting others. Because it's possible that with just the three of you, the combined might of the House of Bells or forces beyond it may be too much for you. As mighty as you are, be careful. You learn. You also have to choose the lesson. Gale whispered, you did let Sepe go?
Yeah.
So he tears off, running extremely quickly, but running away, leaving you behind.
So I had just finished letting Pyres continue to believe that. Well, Pyres, what kind of assumption did you make about us in the privy?
Well, I saw someone sneaking into a barracks room, and then I saw you go after them, and then I saw you guys go into a small enclosed room together, and then I didn't hear much, so...
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
That's my assumption.
So I've, despite trying to explain it without actually speaking about something we're not supposed to speak about, we're clearly at a miscommunication, and I guess I'll just let it go and go to find Oresta.
Well, I'm gonna.
Oh,
follow.
wait a minute. No, wait. We ended up back in our room, right?
Yeah.
Because we told the kid about the
tactics.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So we're back in our room.
So, we have a golden opportunity to select another fang-mate. 2 more fang-mates. I know, Gale, that you are intent on selecting those from Coral Helix. But if every game a fang is going to be disbanded, How will this shift the playing field?
Well, we have the potential to gain 2 new fang-mates right now that will put us at an advantage for future games and at a lower chance of being disbanded. On the other hand, if we wait, then maybe more fangs will be disbanded that are not our own and we will have more to choose from. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You want to give me more options to mull over in my head.
I think
This
you're capable.
This decision could take me a very long time.
What do you feel? Just go with your gut.
My gut, no. We have to weigh the pros and cons of all the candidates.
And yet,
And at the moment, there are not many candidates. There are 4.
right, and
So that is easier for
you
me.
still have yet to provide me, anyway, with any convincing arguments one way or the other.
I told you we should take the wood aspect and the water aspect.
That's just for your sense of symmetry.
Yes.
Oh,
Also, they performed quite admirably on the field.
yes.
And one of them had a pleasant conversation with Oresta.
Would you characterize it as pleasant, Oresta?
Yes. I think that Santel could be quite a good candidate.
Well, I, for
But-
one, don't know anything about Senesiontel. So,
Well, she's still in the infirmary, as far as I know.
You mentioned 4, by the way. Technically, there are 5, unless you're specifically disregarding.
She said 4 intentionally. She's not interested in being in a fang with Pyres and Brevin. That's just not gonna happen.
okay. So, would you replace me with Brevin then? Is that what you're saying?
No.
So,
Long pause.
Yeah,
Good. Very good.
because traditionally we're just thrown together and we make the best of it. That's how we all operated for our first 3 years.
I thought Brevin was fire. Oh no, did I get this wrong?
Are you sorry? What's the question here?
Sorry, I'm just reminding myself of what
Aspect,
aspect everybody is. I'm talking about Flivienne, not Brevin.
Yeah, Flivienne's water, Santel is wood.
Yeah, Brevin is
They
also a water aspect.
Yeah, they didn't have any earth aspect.
Right.
Yet.
Well then, why don't you go and speak with everybody in the infirmary? You are very good at talking to people. They like you, they open up to you, and you will report back with your findings.
I can't just walk in, pretend to need something from them, and then just get to know. I want this to be
Organic?
exactly natural. I want to actually get to know these people.
Then naturally get to know them.
I
and then
feel,
tell me everything that they said.
I feel that if someone is to, like you said, Oresta, it's not usual for us to be able to choose fang-mates. We are to simply make the best of what we're given here at the House of Bells. If we're given the option of choosing fang-mates, it must be for a reason. A test, perhaps, to see what we think we need.
A
Oh,
folded parchment slides underneath your door.
I'm gonna wrench open
yeah,
the
I'm
door
I'm
and
walking towards it as well.
look out.
It's that same kid who seems to be
Oh.
playing messenger.
Yeah.
It's pretty cute.
Thank you. Pick it up.
It's sealed with the House of Bells seal.
I am. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I was gonna crowd over your shoulder to like read it, but
No, I'm
I'll.
gonna let Gale
It's
read it.
Leanne. Sorry, Leanne.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
gonna let
well, I'm
Gale
gonna crowd
whisper
over
read
Gale's
it.
shoulder to read it then.
Gale checks the seal and opens it.
Seal seems legitimate.
Excellent.
Cracking the seal.
Yep.
Game number 2. Fang of the Lost Hand versus Fang of the golden thread.
Sounds noodly.
The flagpoles,
Oh shit.
noon.
Oh
Now it is past noon where you are right now, so
excellent. Another opportunity. Another day, and we have time to prepare.
To the flagpoles.
To the possibly rushing our decision, because as much as we were able to pull it off against a Fang of 4, that had just lost its leader, I don't want to count on our luck of...
so the flagpoles is
Gale bites her lip and keeps from saying, well, we had a plan.
Wow.
the flagpoles is close to the center, near where the calisthenics are begun each day. I mean, like, they don't only stand there. You typically go for a 5K run.
Mm-hmm.
The flagpoles have 3 flags. There's the flag that is the flag of the realm. There's the flag of the House of Bells, specifically. And then the third flag typically flies the flag of a fang that has earned that honor. Often that flagpole is empty.
Wow. No honorable fangs today.
John, does the Fang of the Golden Thread, like, do we know that Fang?
Oh yeah, you want a scouting report?
Yeah! Sounds
Why
fun.
don't you roll me your intelligence war?
That seems like a good pool. Ms. Gale whispered, you make good rolls.
Go
Hopefully
for it.
it's- Yeah, Angelic, I can only assume we're here and everyone else is just
Your
around
difficulty's
right.
1, but I'll give you more based on thresholds.
5.
Cool.
Are you spending motes on these things?
No, this was my best pool.
That's true.
Ah.
It was a pool of 9.
Well, I guess then 5 successes is a reasonable thing to assume.
pretty good though.
Okay. The golden thread is a little bit unique among fangs in that they're all air aspects. All 5 of them.
It's not good.
And they are all air dragon style combatants. It's not to say that that's the only form of fighting that they use. They're known to be somewhat skilled in archery as well as with melee, but they're all at least basic practitioners of that martial art. They're relatively well liked, and part of the reason why they're well liked is because as a Fang, they get along very well as friends. This might, however, be seen as something of a weakness because they have difficulty establishing a hierarchy of command. They tend to value one another's opinions, and which can be a very good thing, but in the heat of battle, there is a lack of decisiveness sometimes because there isn't one of them who specifically rises to the role of commander in that time. They seem to have too much respect for each other's autonomy.
Excellent. Well, you let us use it against him. You cannot wield it. None of us can. No? Okay.
Yeah, no,
Alright.
I remember.
Alright.
I remember. Has there been any special setup done here at the flags as of yet? I suppose we still have, 20 whatever hours, but
You're heading out to see it?
I think so.
yeah, let's do it.
As you head out towards the field, first of all, I should point out that it is unheard of at this time for any Fang to be involved in war games, specifically 2 days apart, without notice. sometimes you're engaged in fights that you're like, yep, this is going to happen over the course of several days. Deal with it. Sometimes you're informed that there will be several battles, but this at random being pulled into something is unheard of for multiple days in a row.
And with
This also means that you're going to be missing more classes, assumedly.
yeah.
I'm already
And
flunking algebra, man.
Pyres, you had an exam.
I had a what?
You had an exam.
Oh, wait, I had an exam.
Well,
I had an exam.
Seems that our studies are being sidelined in favor of our battle tactics.
That's right, Oresta. The study of life and experience, unparalleled in the school.
Let's
At least
get all of our scouting done today so that we can actually study on our next day off.
this is a much more packed area. At least it would seem that way because they are once again constructing bleachers surrounding these poles, but only giving you approximately the size of one hockey rink around where the 3 flagpoles, which are in one line, rise up. Which means that if you are standing in here, you are always at least at short range with anyone else.
Right.
It also means that unless you are willing to breach the line of bleachers, you can't actually move further away than anybody other than short range. 3 flagpoles don't seem to be modified in any way. They're still currently flying 2 flags, and the third one is flying nothing.
If it is to be something involving climbing, I think we'll be at an intense disadvantage. Frankly, I don't think that's very fair. I cross my arms.
Yes, because our fights thus far have been fair.
Good point.
Your fights have been fair. Tepid Single Edge, who has put down her hammer and is now standing up next to one of the bleachers, crosses her arms in front of her chest and just stares daggers at you.
Can we help?
Your fights have always been fair. They're fair because they're the kind of fights that you will encounter once we leave the confines of the House of Bells. Do you honestly think that every single fight that you're going to have out of here is going to be fair?
No. That wasn't our purpose or our meaning.
Oh. It's a very observant Single Edge that I think, personally, I've just become convinced hearing it so many times. Outnumbered, unfair advantage. How did you manage to do that? You must have had help from the inside. And I kind of want to throw the words of her friend back in her face a little bit. What's his
Kenton?
name? Kenton, yeah. I don't think he said those exactly, but something to that effect.
I don't understand what the problem is, Pyres. You have to do what you have to do. Unless, of course, that's not something that you're really prepared to do. Why were you left behind?
If I had to take a guess, Single Edge, it's probably because I'm going places. And I imagine the same is true of my fang-mates.
So, going places is enough to forgive treason. I understand.
What are
Well,
you
then-
talking about?
The rest of your fang.
What fang? This is our fang.
Yeah, always has been.
Gale's measuring the length of the. Of course, she's kind of wandered off.
Sure.
How is she measuring it? Like with paces or?
With her, paces.
Does Gale have like one of those like, I step the exact same distance every time I take a step because I know.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Yes, she does. Well, in case the power should go out and I were ambushed.
The power.
Yes.
Ah.
I would need to know how to get my way around.
Right,
using
right.
exact
In case the
mechanisms
lights
to
were to
make
go
it-
out,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Single Edge,
This
I
isn't your fang. I don't know why you're choosing this fiction.
It's our reality. Fiction.
So you have been fighting alongside each other, working, sleeping, living together for 5 years instead of just for a few days.
I don't know what to tell you. This is our new reality, and a good soldier follows orders. Look, if you have
You can
any...
be a good soldier if you want.
What do you plan on being? Single edge?
Better than you. And she glances at Gale, gets that sort of beep in her body language, and she turns and starts walking away.
If you find anything out, let us know. We can share our findings.
You shouldn't compare yourself so poorly.
Hey.
Better yourself.
Oh. Yeah, don't use Pyres.
Yeah, don't be better than us. We suck.
Oh, I didn't say us.
Us. Well,
Execute.
cute old 66. They wouldn't disband a fang every time somebody loses one of these games. What would be the purpose? It's chaos. This is not an
Everything is
institution
different.
built on chaos.
Everything is different.
Perhaps it is to see how we forge order in a world of chaos. Is that not the world in which we live right now?
We
A good
are
point.
in historic times. That a house would rise up the way it did 2 years ago. They're training us not for the theoretical battles. They're training us for reality.
Off in the distance, you see that the former members of Coral Helix are being discharged from the infirmary.
I ask both of you again, would we like to go into game 2 now, knowing that there is a game 2 and it involves us with 2 additional members of our fang?
This isn't something we can rush into. Maybe we have to, but I
It
don't
isn't
think
something we can undo once we do.
Exactly. I don't think
Really,
we can.
it feels like we would just have to lose a game.
If the
Maybe
rules,
expelled.
if that is the rule.
Exactly. We don't know what the stakes are. Perhaps the stakes will simply go up every game. We don't know.
So, all right.
No, I'm all for it. I just think we need to be able to live with the consequences of our choices.
We didn't pick each other.
Seems to be working out
We've
pretty
made
well
it
so far.
We've made it work.
Yeah,
All right,
we sure have.
Gale, I trust your assessments.
While I agree that perhaps taking on 2 untested new members of our fang might be ill-advised, I do think that going into a second game with only 3 against 5 who know each other very well and are very compatible is incredibly ill-advised.
Of course, if the task is, each person has to climb the pole in turn, when the whole fang is done, you win. Having less fang mates would, of course, be more useful, but I doubt it would be skewed in our favor like that.
They would all just jump up the pole.
What, you aren't strong enough to carry us with you?
No, I am not.
Have to give you heavier books?
To
That
carry you around.
That would be nice.
You would like heavier books?
I would like books that my kind fang mates could carry for me.
I mean, there's a crate if you're strong enough to lift it. I'm sure you've seen it at the foot of my bed.
Yes, I have. I would be interested in doing a trade.
If you're ever strong enough to lift it, you can read anything inside.
Wow.
Anyway, we should probably catch them before they're gone.
Right. I'm happy to speak with Flavienne or with Siontel. Anyone?
All I know is that they both did a very good job fighting me.
Sorry.
What?
No, nothing. They did. They all of them did a pretty
No,
good
those
job
two
fighting.
specifically.
Oh, I see. Oh,
They were the two who were fighting me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Yes.
speak with Flavienne, warrior to warrior. Perhaps that will work. I'm gonna stride off towards the discharged coral helix fang-mates.
I'm gonna follow because this is gonna be good.
Is it? Don't know.
Guess we're going together.
All of you are going together?
Yeah.
As you start to leave, you notice that golden thread is starting to arrive on the scene.
Oh, shh.
And it seems that every student who is currently assembling bleachers puts their tools down and seems to be paying a bit more attention now that both of you are on the same area.
I want to do
The
head
up nod?
Yeah, the up nod to them.
I'll stick a hand straight in the air. Friends.
Hey, you don't know the rules to this, do you?
If it's like last time, they'll tell us when we arrive.
But if we did, would we share them with you? Would you share them with us?
I don't like this. We don't want to be disbanded.
Or do we?
Is that really a rule?
We weren't told it.
Maybe it's just that was the stakes of the first game to make people excited.
We have a games master as part of the staff here now.
We don't know
Of
where he
course.
is. We tried looking for him.
He's not on campus? Can I say campus?
I mean, base, campus.
yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
kind of the same thing.
I'm feeling very
You're all technically cadets.
right. I'm feeling very collegey today, apparently.
Well, yeah, because you're hanging out on the quad.
Yeah, exactly.
At some point, you'll bust out a guitar and start strumming Wonderwall.
So anyway, here's Wonderwall.
That is me, though. get used to it. That's who I am.
Pyres!
It's horrible. You haven't seen the Game Master. Interesting.
The game is only tomorrow.
He wouldn't go and come back. Do you think?
So
don't
4 of Golden Thread peel off and they start examining the game area. The one left behind, who's actually Kathak. Kathak Fiej. Fiej. He crosses his arms. Look, I went and I spoke to Coral Helix, and they all told me that you didn't cheat. So I'm going to trust that tomorrow we're going to do what we're supposed to do. But I don't know if I like this.
There's nothing
Battle.
sinister.
Is never.
Battle I'm used to. Fighting against each other is something that we've been doing since we first showed up here. But we've been a Fang for 5 years. To throw it away based on one game? One game.
We didn't make these rules.
You don't think there's anything sinister going on, do you?
I don't know if sinister is the right word for it. But they're changing things and I don't like it. It means that maybe there's things changing on the outside too.
Can I read intentions?
Yeah.
Kathak Fiej.
I would
Yep.
also like to.
Sorry, Ripley. Oh, you're so large. Oh.
Fluffy cat.
Ripley's a cat.
Intimacies. Well, what did I just ask about? Intimacies towards, the House of. No, the games. The intimacies toward the games.
Okay.
There's not gonna be any there. That's fine. We're
I feel
doing
like
it.
there's a second thing I can do. I'm just checking. There's like a term. I can't remember the term.
He needs a little room to breathe, Roberqual.
I'm not sure what his guile is, but I'll wait for.
Fiedge's guile at the moment is 2.
He's so upset. He loves his friends. Oh God.
I did not succeed.
Oh no.
It's okay. I just can't.
Whatever, I'll
I
just
can't
do the
it again.
intimacy because I can't remember the other thing.
The other thing is,
Whoa!
I got it.
Smash.
Yeet.
Did you say yeet?
Today is gonna be the day.
Aragorn will kill me if I have a stringed instrument. Apparently.
Sorry
How
about
about it
that,
did for you?
folks.
So it's either to determine one of their intimacies, or it's to determine their intentions for the scene, their goal for what they want to get out of the scene.
My apologies, folks. I yeeted my microphone into outer space trying to move my chair.
You have other hands.
Try to determine what for the scene, sorry?
Their goal for the
Intentions
scene.
Yeah, I don't know which page I have that written down on.
So which one are you
that's
looking
what I'd like to do.
Okay, guile's still 2.
That is 3 successes.
Hey.
No, 2 successes.
Oh.
One of those is a 0, isn't it?
Yeah, but that was a 3, not
Oh, a 3 and not an 8. All right, well, 2 successes is still enough.
This ledge in the floor is driving me nuts, sorry.
Ah,
It's just stopping me from shifting my chair so that I can actually see what I'm doing. Sorry for all the
no.
shuffling, folks.
the Fiedge's intention here is to try to learn what the 3 of you intend to do during the game.
Hmm.
But seeing as how you don't know, because you're equally unaware, it's not going so well for old Fiedge.
Oh, Piège there.
Snoopaloo
Hey.
paying for new floors.
Snoopaloo.
Sorry about that.
Mhm.
So, as you have already gathered from Coral Helix, we are going to play by whatever rules are set out.
Yeah.
But in our own interest, we are going to give you our game plan, as I would expect you would not give us yours.
Not asking for your game plan. I just wanted to know if there was anything that you knew about these games we did.
I can see how it might seem that the Fang of the Lost Hand is maybe some sort of tool of the House of Bells. We're being used to sow chaos or disrupt the order of things, but I can guarantee you, Cathak Fiège, that is not us. We don't know any more than you. And in fact, I
Pyres.
think I'd like to make that clear to the rest of the students here at some point.
Pyres, I'm not your enemy. You've never been mine. I mean, you and Brevin, whatever, we know, but we're in the same house. We're in this together.
Well,
Yeah,
To a certain
you're
extent,
just
we're
not
all
done
in this
talking to
together.
me right now. Is Gale whispered okay?
we look towards Gale.
She's gone back to pretending to measure, but she's actually like watching everybody else examine the field.
Wow. Okay. I'd say so. That seems about right for Gale.
I'll make you a deal. Just between us here. No matter who wins tomorrow, there's no hard feeling, okay?
That's a deal I can get behind. Sure thing.
Absolutely.
Can I go in for a, you know?
He
going for a
he
hand?
gives you one of these, which is about as much as he's willing to do.
Right.
And then he turns and he heads back towards his fang.
Has anyone heard any rumors at the House of Bells that we're, I don't know. I mean, I suppose people think we're also traitors, but that we're being used for some purpose. I don't like that. I don't like that.
There are all kinds of rumors going around, I'm sure. There are rumors about the relations between Gale and I at night.
What are people saying?
Yeah, what are people saying?
It was a joke.
Oh, right, of course.
I mean,
because there's
I'm
no
sure
reason-
there are people who fantasize about because, you know, they're that age. But, no.
What?
Leanne is running towards you. Leanne's
No?
very fast, by the way. And she's not carrying any parchments, but she stops in front of Gale, whispered, you're requested to go to the library after dinner.
Thank you for the message.
Of course.
Whoa!
I feel like there's going to be a Leanne message, like
she's a
in
little
the middle of it.
second-year.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to get a Leanne message at some point in the middle of like a really intense moment. Leanne's going to be like,
Toc,
library,
toc, toc,
click.
toc.
Yeah.
You wanna
Hello?
build snowman?
Don't you die on me, Gale! Don't you! No.
Hello.
Happens for a message, guy.
Big summer blowout.
Big summer blowout.
By now, the members of Coral Helix are almost back at the fair.
Do you think that they'll say yes?
I don't know.
All we
it's
can do
just
is
your
ask.
best guess.
We
Yeah.
won the first time. We might win again, but they might also think that it was luck or whatever.
Fangs aren't meant to be. They're not meant to be used. Look, I don't purport to know everything about the House of Bells, obviously not, but I do know that your Fang, that's your team. Those are the people that you live and die with while you're here. Not literally, figuratively. It's meant to build a sense of camaraderie and trust and leadership and competence in a team. The best way to do that is to know your Fang. The idea that we are now being forced to trade Fangs like just so many love notes.
Push us out of our comfort zone.
Yes. Because if you become too comfortable with your Fang, you become like the golden thread.
They're too comfortable.
They are too comfortable. They have no leader. They care too much about losing each other. The stakes here are not life or death. It is potentially Fang or no Fang.
Or expulsion.
We are not yet sure about expulsion.
No.
Not at
sure.
all. This is a rumor, and it is unsubstantiated. And yet, if you are forced to create a new Fang with new cadets every week, every day, then you will always learn to be the best teammate you can possibly be, regardless of who is on the team with you.
Learn to fall in with your fellow combatants. As
No,
the
I'm not
tides
saying this
shift.
is what they are doing. But exactly what Oresta said. There most certainly are other forces at work. But our advantage, and forgive me for saying this, is that we are not very attached to each other. That is their disadvantage. They are going to be all emotions tomorrow.
Oh, we should not be all emotions tomorrow.
No.
Correct.
That's not really my thing. But I'll do my best for you, Gale whispered.
You shouldn't do it for Gale. That's exactly what we're being taught not to do.
I grew up
I know.
believing, being taught that what is in here is what
Catholics-
drives you in the world.
Oresta's literally walking away from Pyres right now.
Wow, rude. I'm gonna go step in front of Oresta. Excuse me, I wasn't done.
I know. I know how you grew up.
Right.
You don't have to remind me.
Sorry.
Now, are we gathering the rest of our fang or not?
Let's do it. If one of them says no, I have an idea. But let's see if they say yes.
Is the idea planting yourself on their bed with just like a single rose in your teeth?
Are you sure? XOXO. Do you want to see my lost hand?
It got lost down my pants because I'm torturing my parents.
Stop. That is not the idea. That is not the idea.
For what it's worth, I think this is a good tactic. Because by adding other fang-mates we do not know well, that makes us even more different from Golden Thread. And we win by making ourselves different from them, potentially.
All right.
Right.
Who
Pyres. Oresta.
is the leader? Because we are asking them to join our fang. Presumably, we are not asking them to become the leader of the fang.
No, I don't believe we are.
No.
Why don't all of you roll me your... Let's see how well you've learned your lessons. Could I have all of you roll me your charisma war, please?
Jesus Christ. All right. Oh, Gale, you're lucky your war is so good.
Warcha!
1.
I rolled 6 successes.
Okay, so I'm going to tell this to Pyres. In terms of fangs and leadership, remember what I said before. The position of commander often shifts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And traditionally, the commander is the one who stands at the far right. It's the one who sleeps in the bed who's closest to the door. But there is something in war and in the military, which is often that the commander is the one who is the most appropriate at the time. The problem with that sort of approach of choosing, oh, well, this is obviously something where strategy is important, so we'll go with Gale Whispered. This is something where strength is important. We'll go with Oresta. The problem with that approach, of course, is that if you don't know who the commander is at any one point in time, you're in trouble. Yeah. And if you put somebody in command who is not suited to command, that can also be a problem, right? Command is a skill, just like every other one. So different fangs have different ways of determining who their commander is, some of whom literally just fight for the privilege, some of whom earn it, some of whom just swap it around. The question is, which one do you want?
Yeah. Oresta, you're right. We need to at least present a united front for now. We need to be clear about what kind of fang the Lost Hand is. If we are to rotate or at least defer to one another, that needs to be clearly established.
We need a clear chain of command if we are going with the swappable, interchangeable fang-mate format. If we want to be the succeeding fang, we need to have established something.
These are unprecedented times at the House of Bells. I believe that I am best suited to lead in this time because I am ready to feel out what needs to be done and to improvise if necessary. There's my pitch. What do you think?
Gale Whispered?
As long as you hear the multiple strategies I will present to you in advance, and then have the presence of mind to judge which one is most appropriate, and improvise in the case of yesterday with Oresta if you feel that that is the appropriate course of action, then I support your claim.
Then it's done.
Just at this moment, the clouds part slightly and a beam of light just comes right down on Oresta.
Oh.
Oh.
Can I like nudge her out of the way?
Then you should be the one to approach.
I should, but I want my fang-mates with me. Of course, I don't want you to go anywhere.
Gale makes a little mark in a notebook she carries with her.
Oh. What kind of... We don't know. You just do something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then let us go to the... I wonder where they are now.
We're headed
Helix.
towards the barrack.
Sure, but...
They're dawdling outside the barracks.
Well, they no longer have rooms. Or at least,
Let's
I don't think so.
go find them.
Yeah, let's go. John, we're on the hunt for the coral helix. Hello?
Hello?
We're not going to shout for them. We're going to go look.
You find Brevin, and he is setting up his bed in your old quarters, Pyres, in your old barracks, but he's alone in there.
I was just about to ask if he was all alone in the big room, all by himself.
What do you want? You.
Oh,
And he points his finger like stabbing like knives in the air directly at Oresta.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you here?
this isn't a mission of combat or revenge, Brevin. We're just looking for some people.
We'll leave you to your room.
Well, they're not here.
No.
He like just puffs his chest up and tries to look bigger than he normally is, and he opens his arms wide and he opens his jacket to make sure that he appears large.
Arr. Oh no. I am frightened.
Oh no.
And he takes a hold of the sliding door and just slams it hard enough that it jars slightly off of its rail, and then you hear a muttered like, "Shit." Chunk, and it gets put back. Oh yes, Brevin is sleeping in Pyre's old bed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that's good, because my bed is the one that had the light coming in at the right time in the morning. It was lovely. Great way to wake up. I miss that room I've never slept in. All right, we'll go and have a look ourselves. Thanks, Brevin. I guess well, actually, okay, so then in that case, probably they're being sent, my God, I don't know how many barracks rooms there are, but they're being sent one at a time to like our old rooms, right? Probably. So
Shall I check the next one?
Yeah, well, let's go to Oresta's old home.
Hobbit hole.
Hobbit hole.
In Oresta's, you see that Siantel is just sitting on the floor with her trunk full of stuff. She is polishing the length of her rack staff just very carefully in slow strokes, trying to make sure that she stop it. Trying to make sure that she's taking care of her weapon as best she can. And then she looks up.
Siantel.
Cathak Pyres. We refer to each other by house all the time now? I thought that we were rather intimate, seeing as how you managed to put us about 6 feet under.
I just like the sound of your name and house together. That's all. It rolls off the tongue nicely.
And to what do I owe this dubious honor?
The Fang of the Lost Hand... Well, we're not a full Fang yet, are we?
No, you're not. And that just makes things all the more embarrassing. But that's all right. After all, we folded, and you're here, standing strong. Hello,
sure
Gale. Oresta.
I'm sure you don't need to hear this from me, but you fought very well. I'm trying not to sound condescending. I want that to be really clear.
Your charisma's high. If you don't want to sound condescending, you don't.
Good. Great. That's just my own.
It's kind of you to say so, but you got to admit, my pride's a little wounded right alongside my elbow.
Well,
How are your knees?
Thankfully, intact.
that's good.
That's
right?
good.
Gale, yeah.
So
a
you're
good
asking me to join you?
I actually wanted to ask you whether you thought Pelops Flivien was as excellent a fighter as we sussed them out to be. But that was going to be my next question.
It's kind. I guess I'm a free agent right now.
It's true. Pick of the litter, so to speak. What do you think of us, Tiantel?
I don't know, Pyres. I don't know. You're up against Golden Thread. Has to do with what? The flagpoles that are standing outside?
Your guess is as good as ours.
I don't like your odds.
I'd like them a lot better if we were at least 4.
And you think that I can do something when it comes to getting up to the top of the flagpole?
We don't know
I'm
that's...
not Gale Whispered. I'm not an heir.
We aren't seeking you out for one combat. And we have no reason to believe that the flagpole aren't a red herring.
Now, that's something that I can get behind. You're not looking for me for just a temporary arrangement. You want me right alongside you.
We feel we should be diversifying our skill sets.
It's because I'm who I am.
As opposed to what?
Seems to me like the three of you are needing some wood. I'm more than my aspect. I'm afraid if that's your only reason that you're asking me, it's not a very good one.
You almost beat me. That is a reason. Apparently you are enthusiastic about Gateway. That is also a reason. And you are not sore about the fact that we beat you.
It's not
That
the
is the
first
third
time
reason.
that I've experienced defeat. I don't think it's yours either.
No, it is not.
I want to talk to Oresta alone. It's only going to be for a minute, and I promise I'm not going to discuss you.
Can I read intentions before I go?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, if you were going to do that. I mean,
No.
Sintel's guile is 3.
Oh.
Hey, better chance than me, let's go for it.
Nah, it's 2.
Nah.
Don't forget that you can stunt your read intentions alongside any other roll.
Noted, thank you.
We'll take our leave just for a moment then.
You can wait outside. It's just going to be for a second.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll follow Gale, sorry.
So you come and see me in the infirmary, and I find myself getting recruited. What'd you tell them about me?
But I got a good feeling.
You're desperate, aren't you? To fill out your ranks?
If we were desperate, we wouldn't be making such a specific choice.
If you're desperate, you would have been asking Brevin.
I didn't speak to your entire fang when I was at the infirmary. I sought you out specifically.
That is true. You did. Okay. If you can tell me that this is a good group of people to join, that I'm not throwing away my academic and military career by siding with you, I'm in.
No guarantee.
But if you can tell me that there's something shady going on, that this fang that never was suddenly is, going to be an issue. I need to know that now.
The truth of the matter is, these new games are unexpected. The dissolution of Fang is unexpected. I cannot promise you that there won't be shady business based on these new parameters. But we come to you with as much honesty as we would give a future fang-mate.
Sometimes I'm looking for more than a little honesty. I'm looking for a little reassurance. And they're not always the same thing. All right, you can call him back in.
Pyres and Gale are deeper than people expect, but also what people expect.
Gale is as deep as a river that I can't see the bottom. Pyres is about as deep as...
You know what to expect from them.
Hey, did you want to see
If
the
you
bottom?
accept that, then you know what you're getting into.
Horrible.
You can call him back in.
I slide the door open.
Mhm.
No, we're not swearing an oath of sworn kinship or anything here. We're just...
No.
Please, at least buy us dinner first. Did that went over lead balloon, hey? Was rough, okay. Oh, she tough crowd. Holy shit.
Oh, Liz is laughing. Gale is not.
I'll move my stuff. Oh, and Pyres.
Yeah.
If you hesitate to give me a command, then I will be the one making the command. Understood?
Oh yeah. I got you. Don't worry about it.
You do. And she lifts up her trunk and starts to take it down towards the barracks at the end of the hall.
Well, that went about as well as I could have expected.
Thank you, Oresta.
You just, I guess, trusted me to tell her the truth.
Well,
Just wanted to know
I can see it.
we were being shady, and this whole situation is shady.
I can see how people would think that we would be somehow in on it, but in fact, we are just taking advantage of the situation presented to us.
I don't like it. It feels like we're being forced to play against the other students. Well, we are being
We
forced to play
always
against.
are.
No, but
There's
not.
always Fang against Fang, and Fang member following for Fang member.
But it's in the spirit of learning, and this is in the spirit of
Learning.
I don't know. I don't know, Oresta. It doesn't feel like that.
It is important that we be aware of these things. We continue playing the games, we continue to win, but we understand that there is somebody who is making these decisions and they have ulterior motives.
We've been warned about these discussions.
Right. Let's go see if we can find Flavienne.
Flavienne is not hard to find. She is standing in the hallway looking back and forth between the old Coral Helix room and Gale Whispered's old. Yeah.
Is it already taken? I say, motioning to Gale's room.
There are 5 of us, and there are only 4 rooms.
That's tough. I'm sorry. I'm sure you can find something.
What do you want?
It's very simple, Flavienne. You near kicked my ass yesterday. It was a good fight. And we want someone like you. In the Fang of the Lost Hand.
No.
Just like that, huh? Didn't even give us a chance to pitch you.
What could you possibly offer me? What is it that you think you can give me that I don't already have?
A victory.
A fang.
That came out.
Pyres literally just like.
That came out wrong. These new games, we have won one. We are offering you the opportunity to join us to win a second. That is my pitch. Goodbye. It just starts
fuck.
walking off.
We'll
She's not very good at this, is she?
we can take the follow-up questions. I think she made her point well, though.
Joining you is not joining a victory. Joining you is the equivalent of casting my lot with the first who decides to ask me.
You'd rather wait.
I do not see why that is not my... You have already been selected to play in another game.
Losing teams from here on out are going to be the ones seeking new fang-mates. Winners will not. We are likely to be the only winning team to ever seek new fang-mates.
It's true.
She rolls her shoulders.
But it's not all about winning. It's about choosing a fang that has different strengths. As you mentioned, Gale isn't so great at the kind social conversation. But she has an extremely sharp mind.
She's a planner. Some of us act. You strike me like the kind that can do both.
So this seems like you're attempting a persuade action.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have like knowledge of an intimacy that we can kind of act
so
on
you
here.
should probably get one. What I'm trying to...
Yeah, exactly.
Good idea. But I mean,
I would like to read intentions. See if she has an intimacy toward success.
Ooh, interesting. And how are you reading these intentions? Like, is there something specific that you're looking for? Is there...
Stunting and saying something cool that gives me bonus dice. I should. Can I think of anything? I don't think I can. So, I think it's just going to be the straight roll.
What's that? Oh, it was nothing. Anyway.
Look over there.
look
Yeah.
over there.
Difficulty is 3.
Well, I'll take 6.
Whoa!
Whoa!
2 tens.
Hello.
2 sevens.
That's pretty good.
The measure of my worth is not solely bound to my successes, but they do count. This is a major. You need me to repeat that?
I'll get the exact wording afterwards, but measure my worth.
The measure of my worth is not bound to my successes, but they do count. Sorry, not bound only to my successes, but they do count. Solely bound, yeah. Did you just put a marker for intimacy?
I've been doing that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that
And-
way when we're...
Intimidating. But that's okay. I deserve to be a little intimidated.
What? Wait.
And, like, also when I remember to when you describe new people so that when I have to, like, feel responsible for our wiki being consistently super up.
Do you mean the wiki that you can access by visiting rpgclinic.com?
Oh my god.
Tell us more.
Brought to you by Fanda.
That all of our viewers are being awesome and contributing to, which makes me really happy, but then it makes me want to contribute more also on top, so I'm trying... Anyway. Boom. Great. Awesome. Intimacy acquired.
And now that you have that intimacy, you're able to
Yeah.
leverage it
Yes.
by taking a persuade action.
Yes.
So, may I suggest, try to find a way to leverage this in a persuade action as your stunt and see if you can make this happen.
Great.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Getting some water. But
Water.
Gale's
Thank
fucked
you.
off anyway.
Yeah, Gale's gone. Bye.
Talking. I cannot do this. Goodbye.
Well, so okay then, John. In that case, I'd like to. I feel like Pyres would normally adopt a very like let me kind of get cash in your space kind of pose, which he's actively not going to do here. He's going to try to give himself a bit more of a military bearing, and kind of look Flavienne up and down. I think you're right, Flavienne. We can't necessarily guarantee your success, but the three of us, whoops, sorry, but the Fang of the Lost Hand, whoops.
Santel's like, fuck it!
Fuck you! The 3, 4, however many. The Fang of the Lost Hand plans to win. And I don't just mean the game. I mean, we plan to stick together, make the best of this. We plan to find out what makes us unique. I know you want to be a part of that journey. That's what makes a successful soldier. Prince of the Earth. Knowing what makes them the best they can be. That's what we're embarking on here. Join us.
Or die.
Or die. Yeah. Well, so it's a threaten if we need. How's that? I'll go with the threaten after. Can I roll that to can I
Yes.
attempt to leverage
So
this
that
new
is going to be a I did not detect that this is an attempt to manipulate. You're being pretty honest with her at this time. So that is going to be a charisma
Okay.
and presence roll.
Awesome.
I'm going to give you 2 dice for your stunt,
Thank you, sir.
and her resolve is 3.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 motes for a success as
Erwin,
well.
who says that Pyres is straight?
Yeah,
Goodbye.
Erwin.
Maybe Pyres is not into the lead. Maybe he is.
Maybe Pyres is into Pyres. Oh, wait,
Oh,
why can't I spend 2 motes?
And in here.
Spend! Oh, okay, weird. It keeps resetting on my
same thing.
I
just
was
happened
having
to you,
that
right?
earlier as well, but then when I refreshed it, it logged me out. So
okay. So I'll check that
Yeah.
in a second. Anyway, I'm
It's a
spending
little
2
strange that sometimes it thinks that you're logged in and then you're not.
Woo! Do you want to see this?
Holy F nuggets.
So this is,
So it's either a botch or it's a really good roll.
I mean, this is 9 successes.
wow.
It's like
Well, it's not
just
a bot.
filthy. I feel like I feel like a quick like gout of not flame but like light kind of leaps out of Pyre's chest and just kind of just like bounces off into the sky.
R2610, yes, the realm is lightly matriarchal.
Mhm.
It isn't officially matriarchal, like specifically, like it's not like men are second-class citizens specifically,
Mhm.
but the traditional seats of power are reserved for women. But bear in
It's
mind,
like Lion King, where Scar thinks he's in charge, but like, come on,
Oop.
it's all
but like
about
the
Siraj.
regent is currently Kukuf, who's male,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
So
you're
like
God.
it is possible.
Scar? Oh, I don't like that. Oh, there we go. Log in.
Yeah, I guess what I don't mean is that they're not matriarchal. What I mean is that it is not codified as like a specific, like it's a matriarchy. Men are always never going to match up to
Mhm.
women. But matriarchy.
There's definite politics around like, who gets to marry whom and that sort of thing. Where did he go?
Max is just over here.
Oh,
I let
good.
him out to see if he
We'll
would
see him
behave
in a bit
himself.
then.
Not among all houses, though, I'll point out. And remember, the regent is male.
Mhm.
Yeah, but nobody. Never mind. Nobody likes that guy. So yeah, I don't know. I get the feeling that there's like a little gout of like light and heat that just kind of like escapes Pyres' chest and like launches off into the sky, if that's a thing that I can do.
If I'm going to join, it is important to me that you understand. I am not to be recruited like a simple soldier. The Coral Helix was strong because they were a unit. We fought together. We fought amongst each other. We were family. I am told now that they can no longer be. I do not understand this, but I will do this because it is my duty. So if I am to join you, know that that is my expectation. For if you simply want my fists, that's all you'll ever have. Not my loyalty and not my respect.
I'd like to reach out and just place my hand on Flavienne's shoulder. We want all of you in the Fang of the Lost Hand.
All right. She turns around and she looks at the door for Coral Helix and then looks at the room that she was ostensibly going to occupy and then picks up her stuff. And then she heads over towards your barracks.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gone.
Gale's not there. Sorry, yeah.
Sorry.
Let's reach.
They asked you first? I mean, what can I say? I made a good impression. You made a good impression. They asked you. Yes, but they asked you first.
Shall we rejoin our Fang?
I must say, I'm relieved. I'm a little giddy, if I'm being honest. Where's Gale whispered?
Hello.
Sorry. Good, we're all here.
Is Gale Whisper one of those people that stands behind somebody and doesn't like tap them on the shoulder or make any motion or noise and waits for them to like turn around and that's how they're like, okay, now you notice me?
Yep.
Yeah. But I do the Anastasia Steele like thing every time. I think that was a very specific reference. I'm sorry.
Well, we are 5 now. Let us not remain as 3.
We don't yet have a cheer or anything, but it's only been a couple of days, so I think we'll figure that out soon.
Your
What?
cheers, it's just like, for Pyres! For the glory of Pyres!
You tear off whatever clothing you're wearing, and yeah, exactly. I'm kidding.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
Oresta is correct that the flagpoles could be there as a distraction. This Fang that we are ostensibly versus tomorrow operates as a unit. They care very deeply about each other. Therefore, I believe that it is best to create multiple areas of attack, force them to separate, and leave them unsure of what's happening with the others.
Force them to go to each other's aid so that they have to make the hard decisions.
Yes, that is if it comes to combat. It is impossible to predict what other forms this challenge could take. But if it should come to combat, I believe our best course of action is to split them up.
Are you saying this like with all of them or are you
Yeah.
still discussing?
Okay.
With all of them.
Yeah, but haven't we decided to, ask for all the rules in advance? Has anybody tried doing that?
The
Haven't seen.
Fang of the Golden Thread said that they hadn't been able to find the Games Master.
And
Were
we
you-
trust the Fang of the Golden Thread now?
Were you able to get the rules in advance for the first combat?
We had no idea what to expect. And we were without a leader. That's on you.
We're going to be frank here, and I'd like you to open up to the possibility that it was at least partially on Brevin as well.
Brevin is Brevin. You can't ask me to let go of my respect for my commanders so
No.
quickly.
Of course not, but I would like to think that you can at least see that he wasn't blameless in the encounter.
Blameless? No.
I don't want old grudges to be brought into this.
No grudge from
I think we
you
should
came
see
to me, remember.
find this game master.
I agree.
This is a good idea.
Oresta, we have an in with Viren. He likes us. Oh, I'm sure he likes all of us, but you know what I mean.
If there's one thing we know about the Game Master, it's that he enjoys putting on a show. He seems to be very concerned with how everyone reacts to these games.
So should we try to approach with a concern over really wanting the fight to be make sure it's seen this time? You know, are we sure that the seats are in the right place so that everyone can really see it?
Well, you've seen the arena.
But we can pretend to be worried that, you know, if the people in the... Because the bleachers are standard bleachers and because we're clearly going to be at the top of the flagpoles, will that be like the wrong direction for the bleachers? And then hopefully he will spill the wrong beans.
If he sends out the rules in advance only to the participating teams, then we can, of course, very honestly not tell anyone. But those of us who also like to put on a show can maybe hint at things, get the rumor mill going. I'm sure he'd love that.
I know that he has some privileges. He bathes every day.
Where does he bathe?
Where is he staying? Does he get to bother him in the bathroom?
The ocean.
I figured you would.
The ocean?
To the sea.
We shouldn't all go.
No.
And we're not even allowed to leave campus. So technically, yes, there's a place where you can go to fight naval battles, but you're not technically cleared to be able to just go down there whenever you wish.
Catch him on his way back.
Or we could ask Garavel if we could have some preparatory time. Clear ocean air might do us good.
Garavel's the
Can't deny
chief
that.
medic. Why would he be able to give us that?
To clear us for needing the fresh air for our health. To prepare us for the upcoming fight. What do you mean? Why can he clear it? Does he not have authority here?
And Siantel just has this look on her face of being amused that she's made a mistake.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay.
John, may I ask what time of day it is right now?
It's approximately 5 p.m.
Oh fuck!
We're coming up to dinner as
And
well.
your favorite time.
Library time.
Do
Well,
either of you have ideas on how we could accomplish this?
We spread out. We wait until we see him. We go after him. Look, if there's one thing that I know about Golden Thread, they're not going to fight dirty. They're too involved with how people can perceive them, and if it looks like they're trying to win an advantage in the game by taking us out one by one, that's something else. The other thing is that we have to report that we have joined your Fang. We'll need uniforms.
ooh, were we given extra uniforms?
Absolutely not.
No. So,
Right.
to Juin's office.
Could somebody else go? The last 2 times I encountered Juin, it did not go well for me.
Were you doing something you weren't supposed to be doing?
Yes, twice.
Wow. I can't believe you would just admit that.
It
in
was the
front of our
same thing
fang-mates.
both times, to be honest.
I see.
Not very good at revisiting the past.
Yeah.
Let's
yep.
fetch some new uniforms and maybe just take our time outside the golden thread room.
See their room?
Yeah.
Just
Gonna chill
because?
for a second.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
hanging outside the Golden Threads.
I would
barracks
like
now?
to
For what purpose?
listen in.
They're not in their room.
Oh.
Balls. They have to go back sometime.
They're in a cuddle puddle in the front yard.
Excuse me.
They love to cuddle.
We don't know this.
And it's
To Joanne's office then, I guess, to get some uniforms. And then we can spread out after dinner.
Reporting to Juin will make this official, you understand.
That was our intent. This is your chance.
Also,
if
why
to
have you
see.
been pissing off Juin?
I went into a room I should not have gone into twice.
She asked why.
Why did I piss off Juin?
Yeah.
She didn't want me to be going into rooms I wasn't supposed to be going
But
into.
you knew you weren't supposed to go in there.
Yes.
And you did.
Yes.
That's exciting. I wonder why.
It's always the quiet ones, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Wait.
I wanted answers to things.
There are ways to get answers. Come on. Let's go get dressed.
Yay.
Matchy matchy.
I love a good dress. Like a good dress up.
It-
No, I love a good dress.
Is it okay that we're going to get dressed? That we're going to get to uniform so quickly?
What would be wrong with that?
I'm just wondering whether it would be against the rules for us to have joined you so quickly.
Well, I'm sure Joanne won't be shy about telling us that we've done something wrong.
All right.
But that won't reflect on you. Don't worry.
No.
Juin is seemingly unsurprised at this development and seems to already have uniforms ready for them.
Oh. But they're like the right size? I mean, I guess we're all no one's like super tall or short or whatever.
So here's the thing about the uniforms. They're given at a certain, it's made sure that the size is correct and that, Oresta is not going to get the same size as Pyres is going to get. But
Sure.
students are allowed to customize the uniforms as they see fit. Most of the time, it's just because, if you're an archer, you might want more room in the shoulders. If you're a cavalry person, you may specifically want certain kinds of pants or boots. But you're expected to wear your fangs signifying crest alongside certain other indications, like if you have a house.
Mhm.
So the uniforms that they have will still have to be customized to them, but they have ones that will still work.
Okay.
Juin may or may not have craft charms. I will not reveal as much of.
Can we recruit her for our fang?
Too late.
Damn.
Fang
Vivian,
of
you're out.
six.
Fang of
You're in.
six.
I am not your fang.
No, I'm kidding. Gale did not say that out loud. Jesus Christ.
That'd be pretty funny.
Don't want it. I don't want this. No, buddy.
Rilbrick Wall, you are entirely correct. At any rate.
And just before we leave Joanne's office, then, I would like to ask. We weren't able to locate the Games Master. We're just wondering if there are any rules to be aware of in advance.
Do you make a habit of trying to contact faculty?
These games are new.
And if we have questions about the course content, we're good students, Quartermaster.
You get our professors.
This has nothing to do with being a student. This has everything to do with some kind of populist crap.
We're attempting to understand the rules of the game so that we can play within them.
I'm trying to get the game shut down. I don't think they're good for students.
You don't need my support, but I just want to voice it anyway. Quartermaster Juin. It's your whip. It's really doing something to me. You don't need my support, Quartermaster, but I have to tell you, I don't know what they're hoping to achieve with this. It feels like we're being thrown in against each other. Paranoia, maybe.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to find him. He tends to leave campus and only return the day of games. He sends by courier his intentions, as far as I know. Which means you're not going to find him on campus, and if I catch you off campus, it's your legs.
Wouldn't want to injure our leg for tomorrow's pole climbing.
Yeah, Pyres is like, kind of like subconsciously like hiding, like trying to touch his leg. Like
If
hiding
it's
his
pole climbing, good luck.
I'd like to read
Sorry.
Go for it.
I was just hoping while this conversation is going on, I could read intentions on Juin. Try. I'm looking for intimacies around the House of Bells.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Gale is bonkers. This is
No, I don't think it's bonkers.
pretty bonkers.
Juin's Gale is 4.
That's pretty bonkers.
And a botch. A botch.
A botch on a read
Botch,
intentions.
botch.
A classic.
She's definitely hiding something. It's definitely a murder.
What?
All right.
Yay.
She glances among the 5 of you, and that's when she hears the sound of tearing and smashing outside. She looks up, and if you turn around, you see that Brevin is currently throwing a tantrum in one of his rooms. He is trashing it. Huh. Excuse me. And she uncoils her dagger and then starts walking towards Brevin.
I know there's no love lost between us, but he's gonna need a friend after this. I assume it's never good.
Cadet, and you hear the smashing stop, and then all you hear very, very loudly is one single crack. You should thank Cadet Gale Whisper for bringing this to my attention.
Oh. That sucks.
She really doesn't like you.
I didn't do anything so bad. I'm going to go to the library before my neck is snapped. I will have dinner afterwards if anything's left.
You want me to save you anything?
Yes. Several rolls. And a bowl of peas.
Gotta get my peas.
Gotta get my peas on. It's how I
I've been told
strategize in my peas.
You just fucking arrange them like little soldiers?
Yeah.
And you eat
That's what
them?
I was doing during your cafeteria fight.
That is actually incredible. I will save a bowl of peas and several
So are you
rolls.
going to tell me exactly what's happened with you?
Exactly what's happened.
Yeah, the 3 of you had fangs. Now you don't. Now you insist that you've only ever had this?
That is what we know.
Yeah.
We're standing in the office where we were informed of this.
I know everyone thinks we're part of some big conspiracy, but I promise you, if there is one, we're not part of it. Or at least unwittingly. I don't...
Okay. It's clear from her expression that she does not.
Yeah. We're Fang. If we find out anything, we'll let you know. And
I'm sure you will.
I hope that you're going to do the same.
I don't have any idea why you lost your old fang. I have no idea why all of you have been tossed together, and now I seem to be pushed into that mix. I just so happened to have a uniform that fits right here.
Our choices were predictable.
You ever feel like fate just decided things for you and it kind of makes you mad?
Yeah. All the time.
Right, because you are chosen. We're all chosen.
It's a good one.
Damn those loom spiders!
Gale whispered,
Yes.
when you get to the library, Bracken is performing a last few notes in her ledger when she looks up and sees you approach. You're here early.
I thought it prudent to not be in the mess hall tonight.
You're worried about another confrontation before the game.
Yes.
And I suppose you thought that the rest of your fang didn't deserve such protection?
They can take care of themselves.
And you can't.
I think it's better if I not be forced to fight anyone in the mess hall.
What is it you can't face?
Nice. How can I help?
Lock the door. Get aboard of Gateway app. Now, choose a color.
I choose black.
And remove the rest of the pieces from the board. I'm going to teach you one of the rarest forms of Gateway. There aren't very many who play it. As far as I know, there's only 2 others on this campus who do. And they don't play it very often.
Who are they?
You haven't earned that. This is the reflective version of Gateway. Now, you and I are going to take turns setting up the position. In the reflective version of the game, after every one of your moves, you realize that the entire army reverts to my control. Which means that, of course, if I were to win on my move, then that is the game. But if I don't, I'm merely ceding the opportunity for you to win on the following move. You understand?
Yes.
Then go. Place your piece wherever you wish. So, you take a few moments to put the pieces along the board. And now you may make your first move, but, of course, don't forget that the moment that you leave the objective, it then becomes my move, and I can simply move directly back.
So you could either undo what I did, or you could anticipate my play and take the glory for yourself.
But it also means that the instant that you decide to shift your defenses, I immediately go on the offensive, and vice versa. And then it becomes clear that not every move is possible. Do you play chess, or do you know at least the rudiment of chess?
Yeah.
So, in chess, you aren't allowed to put your king in check, right? You can't end your turn with the king under threat. But now, every time you make a move, that piece can immediately move back to where it once was, which means that if you leave the objective, you can instantly turn around and return and capture the objective.
Okay.
So now any piece that's on the objective can no longer move. Any piece threatening another piece is also protecting that piece. I want you to make me, this is going to be an intelligence war roll. The difficulty is going to be 5. I'm going to make the same roll.
You have a gateway specialty?
I don't have a gateway specialty, but I probably should. This doesn't count as strategic maneuvers.
I don't even know what that would be. War, I guess.
Borrow your tray.
Do I have any?
My tray is returning to me apparently on Tuesday.
Ooh, I do have tactics mean everything.
Yeah, and reroll 6s. Yeah, you want to
Perfect.
take that.
Remind me about that.
I had to send my tray back for repairs.
But you're getting a repaired one at some point.
Oh,
Very exciting.
Oh, and I can't.
Log in.
Yeah, I
I'll
know.
just roll on my phone. How
Oh,
about that?
thank
That's a good plan, right?
Fuck.
Try spinning. That's a neat trick.
So the reason why your difficulty is 5 is that if you do not roll more than 5 successes, the game strategy is utterly incomprehensible to you. If you do
Okay.
roll more than 5 successes, then you can play. But if I've rolled more successes than you have, you lose.
Gale spent some motes.
I did.
Please tell me that they were like peripheral motes, and now, Gale Whispered is just like causing all the books to fall off the shelves as she's like focusing on a game.
I rolled exactly 5 successes.
Exact. Did you reroll your 6s?
I did not roll any 6s.
Well,
Unfortunately.
shit.
So you don't lose in the equivalent of like Fool's Mate in this game. It's not like it's a total embarrassment, but you are easily beaten. Not necessarily surprisingly, this is the first time you've played this variant, but it is very, very different than a standard game.
I like this. Next time I will win.
Do you know why people typically do not choose the reflective version of Gateway?
Because they want to be able to plan their strategy several moves ahead.
Because it is a reminder that your own forces will sometimes work against you.
Where were you 3 hours ago?
Where am I ever?
I was wondering if there were any books on the Navy. Current
Navy?
ships under the realm's control.
Have you started to take an interest in shipbuilding?
I feel it is important when creating strategy to know what ships are at my disposal.
I do not have a ledger of current ships in use. I do, however, have historical records.
That's a good start.
You know what fun.
Yep.
Pyres? Oresta.
Well,
When
I
you
mean,
make it into the mess hall,
oh, okay. I was gonna say, well, it's dinner.
when you make it
Don't-
into the mess hall, there's a slight dip in volume of conversation as it's clear that now the two of you are here. Sitting at one of the tables is Golden Thread. They're laughing and joking and carrying on, telling
Aw.
stories, not in any kind of mean-spirited or unkind way, but indeed they're entertaining, holding court. But of course, when you come in, that slows down a bit, and then they pick it back up as if they're trying to recapture control of the social situation.
Shall we get our food?
Let's do it.
Tepet Single Edge, sitting at one of the tables, just looks over and sees that now Vivienne and Santel are with you. Bolstering your forces. You might have convinced them. What did you tell them? What stories have you managed to drip?
Single Edge, are you the kind of person who will never trust us, or is it just that we have to say the right thing?
I think it's that you have to earn my trust.
Ah,
We don't need to earn anything from you.
You might be accustomed to your pretty looks winning you everything.
What can you offer us in exchange for your trust?
My respect.
And why do we need that?
And there's like a whoa.
nice. Nice.
You're not going to make yourself very many friends here if you continue with that attitude.
Yours is the attitude that is unfriendly.
Yours is the behavior that is untrustworthy.
We show up at our meals. We follow instructions from the staff at the House of Bells.
Okay. I see that Future's sting isn't the only thing that Juin knows how to wield. Apparently, she knows how to weaponize students too.
If we're being used as weapons, we don't know anything about it.
I wouldn't expect you to know anything about how you were being used.
So you're saying you
Ah.
suspect Juin? That is an interesting thing to say so publicly.
She busies herself with the rest of her meal. Her eyes just cast just a little bit lower.
Can I kind of drop in a bit closer and lower my voice a little bit?
Sorry, can you just say that a little louder? I don't
Yeah.
know if that would have.
I leaned in towards her and said, I don't disagree.
Ooh. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
But I also want to just duck in, not quite so like whispered, but just a bit closer. Look, Single Edge, I get that you don't trust me. You and Kenton are obviously working to uncover something. If you need my help, if you want my help, I also want to know the truth, and I know my Fang does too.
Tomorrow, if you're still whole after the game, I assume that you'll get another day of self-learning.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Midnight. At the forge. Or are you so wrapped around Juin's finger that you wouldn't dare break a rule?
I know when it's right to break rules. I know when it's to the advantage of the realm, and I know when it's to my advantage.
Don't tell Gale.
Gale doesn't have to know everything. Does she, Single Edge?
No, she doesn't.
Classic.
Does she have a problem with Gale wisdom?
I haven't figured it out yet. A lot of people have a lot of reactions to Gale. She's unique. She intimidates some, but others at unease.
Oh,
Fiedge stands up. And he's holding a goblet, which he raises towards the four of you. Although at this point, he actually only knows that the two of you, they haven't put their uniforms on yet.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make it clear. We're looking forward to good games tomorrow.
Same here. We will both fangs will fight to our utmost.
To a worthy opponent.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
And he drains his wine, puts it down. Oh yeah, they serve wine. You're princes of the earth.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, fair. Okay.
they're not going to be like, oh, let's not give them luxuries. Like,
Yeah, most of us would just be like, Mummy, can you send me a crate of my favorite wine? Like, I can't believe
Mummy, I'm
you're
ever so pumped.
serving.
Mummy, it's Pyres. Can you send me a crate of my favorite wine?
shall we move on to tomorrow, or is there anything else you wish to take care of first?
I'm also just for the hell of it, I'm gonna re-propose another toast to the room at large as well, but more bombastically because that's my style. And to the best game the House of Bells has ever seen.
Looks like you'll actually get to see it this time. It's like a supporting cry.
Holy shit! I'll set him up, knock him down. Yes. Okay.
And then you start hearing a low chant
Oh shit.
from the back. Fluke. 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 Fluke.
Sorry, what was that? You want to say that a little louder?
And then
I seem
it
to have
starts
some
getting
dirt in my
picked
ear.
up by a few more students, and then a few more. Fluke. 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 Fluke.
Oh,
And you see
I
that
don't
Brevin is sitting with his lips very tightly shut
Mhm.
off in the back corner, and he is looking directly at his two former fang-mates.
Ooh.
And
Let's see what you have. Yeah.
his eyes wide and his shoulders dropped.
Let's see what you have to say after the game tomorrow. It's a challenge. Yes.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
It is the following morning. It's not the entire student body that is out here for these games. It's the entire student body alongside every faculty member.
Oh. Uh-oh.
You, however, have been instructed by a breathless Leanne, starting at about 11 a.m., that you are to proceed towards one of two guardhouses to wait to be summoned. And then she looks at the five of you and says, there are five?
Yes.
I was only instructed to bring the three of you.
Juin was informed. The games master was not on campus for us to pass along the message.
I was informed by the games master.
Well, the five of
Did
us
you-
will arrive.
Right.
We'll handle it once we're there. We
We're
are
the
a
Fang of the
now.
Lost Hand.
I mean, okay, I'm not your teacher.
Of course not. And it will... Please remember, we are the ones bringing the five. You did your job.
Mm-mm.
Message received.
Can I ask really quickly, John? Did we get a good night's sleep?
Oh, I'll give it to you.
Oh, I'll give it to you.
I'll give you a good night's sleep. Whoa.
Hey,
Here.
ooh wee, ooh wee.
Hey, oh wee.
Hey, ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee.
Is he okay?
Let's give you your downtime.
Woo.
You've got your one day.
Next.
Yours refreshed, mine didn't?
No, it hasn't yet, but
Oh, okay,
it'll
sorry.
be fine at some point.
That's funny. Oh, because I have the thing where I have to log in.
Oh no.
Haha, now I'll give it to you.
Thank you. Yay!
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Hey.
What's your pleasure?
So, yeah, we're being ushered to one of the guardhouses. Is it like near-ish to the field, the flagpoles in the field, or?
No, it's a good half a K away.
Okay.
All right, so it could be a race. Some sort of scavenger hunt, obstacle course, series of trials that culminates by the flagpoles. Or they could just be keeping us apart to parade us in.
Inside the guardhouse, you can see that there is a flag. But the flag is the symbol of the golden thread.
Capture the flag.
Why set up the field so far away from here then? Have to keep it on us?
Is the other guardhouse close to here or on the
on the opposite side.
That's what I
Right.
thought.
You start hearing the sounds of commands being carried out, and students are starting to filter into their seats. And that's when you hear the booming voice. Ladies and gentlemen! And then you hear a very sharp Master. Cadets. Welcome to game number 2. I feel badly that I wasn't able to bring you the exploits of the Fang of the Lost Hand. And so here it is. Our second game with an added twist. Sometimes it is only one flag planted in one hill that can mean the difference between the tides of victory and defeat. Whosever flag makes it to the top of that flagpole will be declared the winner. Participants will be allowed to enter the arena at noon. That is all. They have 5 minutes to prepare.
What do you think, Gale?
So,
I say we take a pincer movement, go around both sides, try to close in on their guardhouse, see if we can find our flag fast. Wrest it from their grasp, and we can do what we like.
same question as last time. What do we do with our flag? Our marker. The
An
one that
easy
we-
way to split them up is for one person to take the flag and run.
I like running.
You're a very good combatant as well.
I can fight and run at the same time. I'm good like that.
All right.
Is that more optimal than someone who can take a beating?
Oh no!
Horrible.
We all have our strengths.
There don't seem to be a lot of rules to this one.
Get the flag. Get your our flag from them. Get it to the top of the pole.
I would like to quickly examine the flag to see if there's like a
It seems to
Anything
be
weird about
a
it.
standard woven flag. There doesn't seem to be anything special about it. I mean, it's large. To fit on one of these flagpoles, the flag has to be quite large.
Like tablecloth size?
Larger than that.
Okay.
I'd say that it weighs about 10 pounds.
Is there anything else in the guardhouse?
The guardhouse is designed so that you can climb to the top and look out over the rest of it. It's fortified by stone, and it's large enough for the 5 of you to stand inside comfortably. There are chairs that you could sit in, but otherwise it doesn't contain anything else.
No canvas bags, eh? I see.
Not that you can see.
Fair. Okay, so it's so the flag is definitely their flag.
Yeah,
And
so
the-
it's their
their symbol.
flag. You don't have your flag here.
Yeah. Yeah. And the wording is whoever's fang's flag is at the top of the flagpole wins.
That's right.
Okay. There's no way of hiding who's carrying the flag.
You can fold the flag. It's large, it's bulky, but
Mhm.
If I were to if I were to say remove my shirt and then fold it up and use it to bulk out somebody else's clothes, would that make a pretty good approximation of the bulk of the flag?
you could wrap the flag around yourself and put your clothes over top of it if you wanted.
Kind of thinking maybe we should
Yeah.
if we attempt to make a decoy as
Yes.
well. It'll look like 2 different people might have it and they'll have to go after both of us.
We have 5
Exactly.
minutes before we're supposed to report to the arena.
Wait.
Right. Is this win at all costs, including the cost of burning their flag if we are at risk of loss?
We can't do that.
All right, then
And
it's
we'll-
not at all costs.
Well, if we both lose, then right. If nobody wins, then we both lose. Yeah, everyone's
That
punished
wasn't stated this time.
this time.
Okay, so I think the part that I want to double check, and this is Liz, not Gale,
Mhm.
is when they say the combatants may enter the arena at noon, that means they have to enter the arena at noon.
That was not stated.
Okay.
Okay. So we can just like,
We could bunker down
Bolt.
here
Okay.
potentially, or run away. Yeah,
okay.
but then we won't be able to get theirs.
I don't suppose that you've got another flag sitting around here somewhere.
We don't.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know why we should have to go to so much effort to get the flag back down.
Let them bring it to us.
Why don't we make our own?
Fang of the Lost Hand doesn't have an established iconography.
So you do. It's on your uniform.
Hello.
Dang. Of course.
Is it just like a hand, like? Meh.
Do you have any skill with needle and thread?
It's a flag. We don't have to make this pretty.
Certainly outside the box. And conventional.
But does this mean that we will not win?
Oh, we'd be getting our flag to the top of the flagpole. That's a win.
Would that be considered a win publicly?
The rules were stated.
That's neighbors.
Okay.
If the rules were stated the way that they were said there, then it's not our fault if we win. That's on him. But look, I'm not the commander. All I know is that in about 30 seconds, we're allowed to enter that arena.
But we don't have to.
What's it going to be?
Let me take this. I'll try to draw them out. Someone come with me for backup. I love the idea of putting our flag up there, whatever it looks like. Because we made it. Like we made this fang. It's ours.
Take some sheets.
We can run back to the barracks. You can strip my bed. You can do whatever you need.
I'm not stripping your bed.
There might be some stains on it. We
No,
don't want up on
excuse
the
me.
flagpole.
Excuse me. We're princes of the earth. Max, come on.
Come on, you little man. What are you doing, you bad man? Are you a bad man?
I think I can make a flag quickly. But you're going to have to make sure that they don't get that one. You're going to have to make sure that they don't come up with the same idea. And if they do, make sure they can't get to the top of that flagpole.
All right.
I can take Beauregard.
That is a cat.
Yep, sure is. Sorry.
I will make my way to their guardhouse.
I'm gonna come with you, but slightly separate. With this, and I like brandish the golden thread flag.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not destroying that thing. Why? Fair play?
Yes. Because if we destroy their flag, we have cemented ourselves as the villains of the games.
And if they do the same, we're all losers, and it's a 0-sum.
They will not. They will play a fair game. Fair in their eyes.
Okay. I'm off. And Siantel just...
I'm making a beeline for the flagpoles then.
Yep.
Woohoo!
Flavienne, go with Oresta. Take point.
She looks at her hands and then she considers for a second whether or not she should be using her razor claws and then decides against it. And then just joins Oresta in the run.
All right. Feel up for a run, Gale?
No.
All right, well. Unfortunately today, and I take off. So, I'm going to securely tie the flag of the golden thread to myself. I'm going to like double knot it around my around my shoulders and sort of like looped around my arms, so that it is like a cape, but that it is also clear that I'm wearing it, that it's on me.
Gale?
I will go along behind him, probably not as fast.
Have any of you done anything to your weapons?
I've kept mine in its holding bag.
Same old, same old.
Yeah, I don't.
I got a bet.
It's got spikes on it.
It's got spikes on it.
Take it away and I'll punch you. It'll
Yikes.
still hurt.
I will. I'm just not going to use the edge of my blades, I guess.
So it's got more like studs than spikes, or does it
Yeah.
actually have spikes?
They've got like, yeah, studs.
Okay. Because like if they had spikes, that deals
It's
lethal
not like,
damage.
it's not a nail. It's not a pattern
it's not like a 2x4 with a railroad spike.
Oh
in it.
my
yeah, this isn't the
god!
zombie apocalypse yet.
That'd be awesome.
We haven't gone to Thorn.
You move fast for someone who is so big.
Thought muscle.
You still move fast. I mean, technically you have a -1 mobility penalty, but, you know, your dexterity went up, so that counters that.
Ba-na-na-na. Good.
Who said anything about Abyssal's Kung Fu Fenrir?
I referenced zombies and thorns, so.
Oh, sure. Now I understand.
So you're the Abyssal. What's that secret intimacy that you have?
No, you're the Abyssal. Oh,
Mask of Winters.
undying
Loyalty.
devotion. Undead devotion. That'd be great.
All right. When you reach the arena, there's cheering as there is an attempt to get there. But the cheering, it's very much kind of like a military style cheering, so it's more like a as opposed to like yay! Ah!
You're so sexy.
And Then you hear, it seems that Oresta is Who is this?
Gonna give him the best show we can.
Let's
Cannot
not
wait.
show our hand that there's a...
It's up to you. But I'm ready to do whatever it takes.
I want to, like, gesture towards her. And, like, towards the crowd and towards her.
You see that Golden Thread, all 5 of them, have assembled in the arena. And they, as soon as they see just you and Flavienne, there's this moment of, where's the flag?
We are allowed to enter the arena now.
Take her out.
Oh.
Roll join battle.
Oresta V5!
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, Flavian's like, I want to see this actually.
Chronicle.
Everyone in the audience, do you want to join our fang attack? And you too can
There
be
we go.
victorious.
Oh, you have my... Here, I'm gonna grab the other tray so that we don't have to fight over dice trays.
Huge pylon, like they're just leaping onto you.
You get to join the Lost Hand, and you get to join the Lost Hand.
Everybody's a lost hand.
No fang, no rules. Oh my god.
All right.
Fang
This
knew you.
is- I'm like, where'd my dice tray go? I can't roll.
I want my dice tray back, but I sent it back to Wormwood Gaming. They proved incredibly kind.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
I'm gonna pump this with some, with a thing.
Rest of V5, and I still feel bad for the 5. Yes.
I am with Rurik
I'm gonna spend 2 motes and add 2 dice.
Just so that you know,
Yep.
for the purposes of this battle, I will be using a title known as Legionnaires,
Great.
but it's not Legionnaires
That's
that you're
fine.
fighting, and they're not a battle group.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
done.
no, they'll be added to the battle group. Okay, it's going to look like Sepe, but it's not.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's Sepe out of nowhere.
He's back through outer space.
What?
No.
Are you- Is everything
Yeah,
okay?
I'm just
No.
literally. I
Yes, even if
did
it's
not
getting in.
program it, so.
Yeah.
Not okay.
Holy shit.
Uh,
Okay.
8.
Whee!
Very well. So, Oresta, you have begun battle with 8 initiative. Whoops. The first member, so Fiedge, who is coming at you, has 9.
Mhm.
And the second member has 7. You, however, are sitting on. So let's make sure that we've got our labels in. So this is the edge, and this is going to be there we are. Flavienne actually also needs to roll. Sorry. So
Oh, we actually don't know. Sorry, Tomato. I misread that.
Flavienne is not that much help. She is going to be straight up 5.
Yeah. It's something.
Okay. So first action. A rush of wind just starts blowing your hair back before a massive boomerang just comes out from the air, curving around the side and is headed directly towards your head. This is a withering attack.
Right. I'm going to swing backwards and try to bat it out of my way. So.
It's not a sky cutter, real brick wall. Not an artifact.
And I will activate
Boomerang.
Become the Hammer to increase my parry. So that. My parry is now.
I really like the idea of 5
And you
arrows
stunted, so add 1.
throwing dishes.
Okay, sorry, I
That's
just
just
need
like-
to get to my. So that brings my parry up to 6.
Okay, I rolled 7 successes.
No.
Your soak is?
My soak is.
Fucking million.
Sorry, just getting all my pages out.
28.
My soak is 10.
Okay. Not a ton of dice to roll. I gain no successes. You do not lose any initiative, but the edge gets 1. It is your action.
Great. So that.
Sky cutter.
Sorry. So they lost their boomerang, so they're still at short distance.
They're all at short distance. And they're all standing together. Only 2 of them are joining battle. The 3 of them seem to be peeling off so that they can go and get the flag.
Are they going back out their end of the arena?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna close the distance to Fiedge.
Okay.
And go to try to strike him right in his primary wrist for throwing his boomerang.
Okay. Obviously, he doesn't want this to happen.
Yep.
He's just going to duck under your fist and drive both of his palms up to try to smash your own wrist out of the way.
Great.
His defense is currently sitting at 4.
Great.
You 2 are on deck.
Yep.
I'm going to be spending some motes. Become the hammer. That is 7 and
Are you now glowing?
yes.
Oh.
Man, I don't even know where that one
1,
went.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 successes.
Okay, well, if that beats 4, that's 6 threshold successes. Soak in this case is going to be 7.
7 soak. How many thresholds? Sorry.
You had 6 threshold successes,
6
so
threshold,
basically 1
1.
less than your standard.
Great. So that's 15 damage. And I reroll 6s.
Oh.
I used become the hammer.
Murder.
Hang
Murder.
on,
Oh,
boy.
sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No 6s. Reroll. 8.
8?
8.
8
Withering
drives
damage.
8 drives Sepe's initiative, not Sepe, Fiedge's initiative down to 2. Your initiative is going to go up by 9, bringing you to 17.
Yep.
Wild.
Which is considerable. And that means that we have to put it down. 2. Okay. Taking a break from that, going to you 2.
So
you're-
I believe. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I believe that we're trying to like stay behind them now that we see where they are, taking advantage of this distraction, to remain behind them as we run past. Are any of them holding the flag?
One of them is holding the flag, but they, the 3 that have peeled out of the arena and are now looking for the flag, they're flanking this flag carrier.
Okay. So, okay, 1.
Oh, I see. So only Fiege is staying behind to fight Oresta?
Yeah, 2 of them are staying behind to fight Oresta and Flavian,
Right. And then
and there's 3 coming after you
right.
because you sent Siantel away.
So one has the flag, 2 are defending
Yeah.
them, and then 2 are attacking Oresta.
Yeah.
Bueno.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna order. I'm gonna order Gale. Gale, set up an ambush at the guardhouse. I'll meet you there. I'll bring them with us.
You got it.
John, I want to dash into the stadium, sort of from the from the direction that the golden thread came from, and just blast a wolf whistle at them, or whatever
Okay.
these are called when you do that. I don't know how to do that. I want to raise my arms, show the fact that I'm wearing their flag as sort of a cape, and then I want to start to climb the bleachers.
Like where the people are sitting?
Yeah, like up the side. Yeah.
Okay. Gale?
So I'm scampering to the guardhouse. I'm going to attempt to set up an ambush, which I will think up while Pyres does his thing.
Which guardhouse are you attempting to get to?
Their guardhouse.
Okay. So you're basically circling around while you are attempting to infiltrate the crowd carrying the flag?
Yeah.
Okay. Could I have you roll intelligence war, please?
Me?
You.
Yep. Coming in. I know what that. I don't need my dice. I know what I have as a pool. Intelligence war. 3 successes.
Okay. If you go into the crowd, you're going to have to make sure that they're on your side, because they may just decide to stop you themselves.
Ooh. That's true. Okay. Well, great. In that case, I think the best way to make sure that they're on my side is to do something really sweet and flashy. So instead, I'm going to make a beeline for the flagpole in the center of the arena, which might take me through the other fight. I don't know. My game plan is to grab it as I'm running around and swing in like a gymnast's pole vault, I guess, around so I can come back the way I came.
So
And then-
you are entering the arena.
Yeah.
You are swinging around the flagpole
Yes.
while carrying the opponent's flag.
Yes, I am showboating. That is correct.
I like it.
That's what I'm doing.
Could you roll me appearance athletics, please?
Yes. Ah, that's beautiful. I have an athletics charm.
And after you roll that, I want you to roll me join battle.
Okay, great. Thanks. Coming in.
Gale, while he's getting that roll ready, no one is following you.
Excellent. I would like to climb to the roof of the guardhouse.
Cool. Yes, by the way, you do get your 2 dice for your stunt.
Ah, thank you. Yep.
Specifically, the flag has to make it to the top of the flagpole. It has to fly. Him holding it around his neck like a cape and then swinging on the pole isn't enough.
He does want to swing from the chandelier.
Well,
though.
I'm going to use this to like as a hopeful convincing of the crowd move, so I can climb up over them and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. 6 successes.
That's going to be enough. Now roll join battle, please.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, okay. This
The
is gonna-
crowd has a suitably shocked and hyped reaction as Pyres almost scores an own goal by jumping onto the flagpole, carrying their opponent's flag, and whipping yourself around back out. But you are now, having entered combat, you must roll join battle at this point.
Okay. I'll put myself in.
Gale, you're now in the guardhouse.
Cool.
It's
So I basically want to be like on the roof, hidden, so that when Pyres leads them inside, I can drop down to the door and guard the exit. Figure air aspects won't do a lot of good in an enclosed space.
well, at least they can't take it as much advantage of their aspect. I mean, like, they can still do stuff. It's not like,
Yeah,
they're like, oh no, there's no air in here.
I didn't think that.
I don't know for sure.
Why?
Imagine. You're like in close
No.
space. I'm powerless.
Oh, perfect.
All right. Going back to the battle, Pyres, your initiative is
8.
okay. You will have been considered to have acted this round,
Great. Thank you.
but I will add you to the tracker. Bana is now next. Bana is going to straight up, seeing that Oresta has done something, has put Fiedge way off his balance. Bana is going to just take a breath, put her hands down, and then slicing a punch through the air, she drives herself from the ground, heading directly towards you, just with one fist out, almost in like a Superman pose. But as she's going, she's kicking up dust all around her to try to pelt you with debris just before she makes contact.
Excellent. Sorry, I'm appreciating your stunt.
Me too.
Oresta's gonna clench her abs and bring the haft of her tetsubo to try to act as a partial barrier for this impact.
Okay.
And I will be activating some charms.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Become the Hammer and Impervious Skin of Stone.
Okay. Just tell me what your effective defense will be,
That will, for now, raise my parry to 6.
and including your stunt.
Yes.
My abs. Oh.
Oh, my chest. My arm.
My blade.
9, 10, 11, 12 successes.
Excellent. So that's 6 threshold, and my soak is now 15.
You said 7 was your defense?
My parry was raised to 6.
Sorry, Perry. Your
Yeah,
parry raised to 6, but your stunt put that up to 7?
No, that was 6.
6?
Total.
Okay. All right. And your soak is, sorry?
15.
Okay. What the?
Uh-oh. You need your dice tower back, John.
Okay. Only 4, which is not bad.
No.
I'm going to just adjust your...
I had a lot of dice if they had that many to roll after. Damn.
Good.
All right, so 4? Cool.
Yeah.
I've
I've adjusted it for
deducted mine? Okay.
Putting them up to wait a minute. Is that up to 12? Oh, because I already...
And I should be at burning now. Now. Yeah.
Yep. There we go. All right. Flavienne will act, but we'll figure out what's going on with you. Are you now racing directly towards the guardhouse?
Yeah, I wanted to make a bit of a show of it, and like I said, kind of leap up onto some of the
Okay.
bleachers as I go.
So this is technically you are fleeing, you are disengaging.
Yes.
So you are going to drop initiative each round
Right.
while doing so.
Yes, I need to be reminded whether I
Stop
can
hard.
crash myself on that.
Yes, you can. It is possible for you to crash yourself. You still have 8 initiative, so
Yeah,
it'll take you a couple of rounds to do so.
I'll find it.
Because you lose 2.
Thank you. Right.
However, they are giving chase. They are air aspects, and they do not like the fact that you are getting away from them. But now you are considered at medium range, so they are going to attempt to rush you.
Okay.
So, it is time for a combat movement action for you. So I want you to roll your disengage.
Yes.
And because you did so well before, we'll give you your stunt of 2 dice.
Thank you.
But I am
Disengage.
going to reduce your initiative by 2 right off the bat.
Okie doke. Gotta remember,
Yeah, I'm still
I don't
displaying
use my
17.
dodge. What the hell? Ooh,
Oh, you're
actually,
still displaying the 7.
Yeah, I should go down to
not a
13.
good rule for me, actually. Disengaging. If I shout it works, right?
Yes.
I got 3 successes and all.
My roll was not nearly good. I got 2, despite the fact that they're air, and I'm going to have the next one roll. Look how many ones.
Oof.
But I did get 2 successes, so
Okay.
again, nothing. Then the last one is going to attempt to close that distance. You're a lucky man. 2 successes.
I honestly don't believe it. Like, this is crazy.
So
I'm realizing
they're all chasing after you, but because now you're at medium distance, they can't reach you with their thrown weapons. Flavienne, just very quickly. Okay. Flavienne manages to reach out and is attacking Bana. However, when she drives her fist down and up, just moving with that fluidity, he easily sidesteps around her, but it's enough that he sort of loses a little bit of track of... Sorry, she loses a bit of track of where she was attacking you. Her initiative is only going to go down by 2, and Flavienne's going to go up by 3.
He dust, yo.
That is round.
Woo!
All right.
We're going to start with you, Oresta.
All right. I'm going to try to get Fiege out of this battle to yet again cut off the head and leave the rest without a leader. I'm going to...
Point to somewhere in the stands, like this is where I'm aiming, and then just plaque.
Better.
I'm going to plant my feet shoulder width apart. Fair fight. And swing right into his rib cage.
All right, that's a decisive attack that you're making.
Yes.
Okay.
Fight, you're fucking dead.
I'm gonna use Become the Hammer.
Fiege is very simply going to jump up and attempt to land on your Tetsubo, so that he can kickflip off of it and land directly in front of you, so that he can counter. His
Those were
defense
both
currently is 6.
Those were
Excellent.
both pretty sweet.
Great. Three successes.
3 successes is not enough.
I lose 3 initiative.
Disappointing.
Woof.
You are all now also apparently at bonfire.
Oh yes.
Oh,
You've been
yeah.
spending some
I
motes.
only spent 4 just now, so I shouldn't be at bonfire.
What did you spend in the previous round?
I didn't spend more than 10.
Okay, so
So,
you're
yeah.
burning.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know anymore.
Coming back to you two, because now this is you've sort of separated. We're just going to deal with you next. So you're running towards the guardhouse. They're still chasing you.
Yeah.
What are you doing when you arrive at the guardhouse?
If it's not already open, I'm throwing the door open, and jumping inside and turning around and drawing my dieclaves and taking a defensive stance, getting ready to fight them here.
I'd like to call through the window, barricade the door
Oh, I'm gonna try to.
from the roof.
I'm gonna barricade the door.
Okay, you're still trying to keep yourself hidden on top of
Yeah.
the guard tower. Okay, so you managed to slam things into the door. Your initiative is going to drop once again,
Yep.
but it's only dropping by 1 now because I'm considering this as a full defense action.
Yep.
So your initiative is now going to be 5.
Take a.
John,
Yes,
from the top of the guardhouse, what range is that? Is that still?
they're going to be they're going to be medium range shortly, so you can roll join battle at this time and then join the fight. So go ahead.
Sure, I will. I shall.
So a take cover action is a movement action. It's not like he's not doing anything else this turn. I'm assuming that you're just trying to defend yourself in case somebody wings something at you, but
Right, or, leaps through, like, a window or whatever. Although...
yeah, Whispered, your initiative is 8?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, wasn't bad.
Okay. So they are now at medium range. There's 3 of them. You can aim at one of them.
I would like to aim at one of them. Yes, I will aim.
There's the flag carrier, and then there's 2 others.
Let me aim at the flag carrier.
Okay. Back to the other... Ooh. Is he going to lose it? No.
Yeah!
He's not going to lose it. Scores his die.
Madly stitching inside.
What are we doing?
Okay, so the next person to act is going to be Bana. Bana, seeing Oresta, and seeing as there's a cheer from the crowd as the successful kickflip off the Tetsubo, Bana then takes the initiative, runs under, and then takes a hold of her fang-mate and swings him over her head and just sends him directly back at you. It's still a withering attack.
Okay.
Yo, what? That's intense.
I'm just gonna aim to just catch him with my elbow, actually. Just like straight on elbow first.
Like a stiff arm, but with
Yeah.
your elbow?
Yeah.
Ow! Ow!
That's gonna really hurt.
That's adding 1 to your defense. What is your total?
And
Bana's not built like Oresta. Bana's
increase my parry by 2, which would bring me up to 6.
yeah. Bana's using Fiej's momentum to just spin around. I mean, they're air aspects. They blow things.
Sorry,
Right.
what was that?
So your defense is 6. I only rolled 4.
Oresta!
Now I've spent 5 within this round, so now I should be at bonfire.
All right. The bleachers start to tremble, but they're built quite solidly. It seems that there's been some anticipation that this may occur. So as the bleachers start to shake, the chants from the crowd starts getting a little shaky. So instead of it being like, it's more like,
Fantastic.
all right. Flavienne's going to back you up. What Flavienne's going to do is just race standing directly behind you, and is just going to cover you from any other attacks this round, while shouting to the crowd, "You've seen nothing yet."
Nice.
But that's going to cost her an action. All right. Oh, no, I don't have that. Okay, Pyres.
Yep. Already back to me. Fantastic.
They're now closing. They're now making it to short range.
Okay. I would need to unbarricade the door and go out in order to meet them, so
That's true.
I will not be doing that. Instead, I'm going to just shout out to them. So I'm just going to take a social action.
Oh, it doesn't feel good? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just going to shout out the window in order to try to, like, intimidate them a little bit, you know? If you end up in here with me, there's no telling what might happen. You better turn around now. Nothing you need here.
The response is a bunch of thuds against the door as certain stones are just slung directly at it. Not enough to do any real serious damage, more of like a warning.
Right.
3 of us, 1 of you. Just give up.
I like my odds. Come and get me. John, come and get me. Can I, as per last combat when I taunted Flavienne, can I similarly use unbearable taunt technique?
Yes.
on the flag bearer specifically?
Yes, you can.
If it's successful, it provokes an enemy into prioritizing me.
Yeah, they must act against you, right?
Yeah,
Otherwise,
exactly.
they suffer penalties.
Exactly. So it's an inspire roll to anger.
Yep.
And I'll spend my
You stunt. Go ahead. Gain your 2 dice. I like those odd. You dick.
What an asshole, right? Well, I know something they don't, although I'm sure they'll figure it out pretty soon. Cute. Okay, come in.
While he's figuring that out, I should say that. Go ahead.
6 successes.
That's going to be enough.
Okay.
Consider that a successful application of your charm. Fiedge now realizing, like, after sailing through the air, is going to grab one of the flagpoles, whip himself around, similar to what Pyres just did. So he's totally biting off Pyres at this point, but is sending himself back. Realizing that you seem to be too much of a threat at this point, he's going to go after Flavienne.
I'm gonna use this.
And he fails. So he manages to launch himself at her. She catches him and then just slams him down, but he slowly floats back down instead of a slam, putting you all now at engaged.
Great.
That is round.
Wow.
Great, sweet. Hit me up.
That's exciting.
All right.
Yeah.
It is.
In the distance, you hear just a very, very shrill, piercing whistle.
Like someone blew a whistle, or
No, like someone echoing what Pyres did.
Nice.
It's coming from the direction of the barracks.
Excellent. I am going to charge at Fiedge. Can't get away from me that easy. And attempt to sweep his ankles. This is a withering attack.
The withering? Okay.
Yep.
He's going to jump up, but this time he's going to vault over your shoulders in an attempt to just land on top of Flavienne. Not rolling initiative for them just yet, Gilligood. I'm trying not to overcomplicate our banner.
Yeah, there's
Just
a lot happening in this.
There's a lot going on.
Sweet.
What's their defense?
Defense is 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Excellent. Roll your damage. Soak is still 7, I think, at this point.
Okay, so that means I have 10.
At some point, the faculty are going to be like,
Yeah, 10. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I reroll 6s.
So you do manage to catch him in the leg, and he falls over, managing to scramble back to his feet. But let's see just how well he does.
6 is going to be rerolled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, you're crashing him.
6.
Yay!
Oh,
How
So
exciting.
that means that you are gaining. Sorry, you said 6?
Yeah.
So you're getting 12 initiative.
Right, I'm setting myself here.
that's wild. That is a lot.
That puts you at 22 by my count. So while he does manage to scramble to his feet, he backs up and his like shoulder blades slam into one of the flagpoles. Definitely seems to be on the back edge of this, and is open at this time. That's Oresta's turn. You're sitting on 22 initiative and now very dangerous, which means that Bana can no longer afford to try and deal with this. Bana is going to attempt to attack Flavienne again. because of the onslaught penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And he rolls only 3 successes and does not succeed in the attack. Gale whispered, it is time for the others to join this. I'm going to treat them like a battle group at this time, just to make things a bit easier. These three.
Will Pyres' taunt charm still apply? And I also noticed some talking in chat about where the initiatives are at. Present.
Yeah, you moved B instead of A.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
I did, didn't I? All right, so B should be here. A should be
Right.
there.
Cool.
Yep, that
Does that
correct.
mean the entire battle group?
Okay,
attack?
so the battle group.
Yeah.
Bring it on. I need a challenge. Sorry, I like a challenge. I don't
Wow.
need a challenge. I know, right?
Oh, Pyres.
I'm gonna get my
Bana
ass
should be at 8. No,
whooped.
by my count, Bana should be at 10. Because Bana just failed in the attack.
Hmm. I think you're on deck.
Okay, the battle group
Depends what
is
they want.
sitting on initiative 7. Although, of
Okay.
course, they're a battle group, right? So, change the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is your action.
Great. So, perched at the edge of the guard tower, having aimed for the last round, I take careful aim at the flag bearer
Mhm.
with my chakram that is still wrapped in the bag. Trying to bump their heads together with the force of my artifact
Ooh.
weapon.
All right. Take that roll.
Really funny.
Defense is going to be 5,
Okay.
and you do get 2 dice for your stunt. After you is going to be Flavienne and then Pyres. So we'll just Pyres, what is your action? Just while this is happening?
Because they haven't reached me yet. I don't believe.
Yes. Sorry, that's right. -2 defense for self, so they should have 3. Their defense is 3 because you weren't visible. They don't know that you're attacking.
Sounds good.
Go ahead.
My action is going to be, since I taunted one of them, I'm going to start unbarring the door, and I'm going to be like, "Come on, come get me!"
Oh,
I'm really hoping Gale is going to come through on this one for me.
It's 11 successes.
Gale.
okay. So please roll your withering damage. The soak for this group is going to be 10. So add 1 to your normal damage, then just roll it.
Thank you for doing that math for me. I appreciate it too.
Little noodle. But I suppose, John, that means that I'm essentially taking a defensive action in terms of the action that I'm taking.
No, this isn't a defensive action. You're trying to get to them. You are
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess you can tell me if I'm close enough to be able to do so.
Go ahead.
8 successes.
8 successes. All right. So with 8 successes, that's going to knock down their magnitude. Sorry, not their magnitude. That's yeah, it is. But it isn't going to knock down their size just yet. As Pyres is starting to pull things away from the door in an attempt to engage 3, as Flavienne attacks, doesn't botch, comes very close, but does not botch. As Flavienne attacks Bana and fails, and as another whistle pierces the sky, we're gonna have to end the session there.
But what are the whistles?
Well, what does it mean?
Hashtag whistle me timbers.
Let's all note our own initiative.
Yeah, it's gonna be saved in here.
Does lock casting save it?
Yes, it will.
Okay. I think
Oh, right.
we-
And I don't gain initiative for succeeding against a battle group, right?
That you gain 1 because you succeeded in an attack.
Let me fix that. So I'm at 9 initiative for next time.
Yeah, you still do gain, and you gain the 1 initiative for a successful attack, but that's it.
Perfect.
Ooh. Sure did. People are
Such drama.
pretty excited out there in
Pyres
Chatland,
is
which
wearing
great.
nothing but a flag and has locked himself in a guardhouse.
I'm wearing clothes.
Well, that's a taunt.
Neither of you went. Neither of your animas flared, right? You haven't spent
No.
enough motes for that yet.
No.
Didn't
I
think
wanna-
so.
Start doing that.
Oresta's the one who spends motes like it's going out of style.
Yeah.
You should learn something from her.
You regain
feel like-
5 every round. Use
It's true,
them.
it's a lot. I feel like if I spend enough peripheral motes inside this guardhouse, it'll be like a towering inferno.
Yes.
Sweet. Maybe not so good.
I spent tons of motes in our first battle,
That's
and I
true.
was
You were-
almost out by the end.
You were basically
so-
done. Yeah, I remember that. It's wild.
It was bonkers.
Banonkers.
Bonkers.
Sweet.
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 As is usual, during our end of game
Thank
thing.
you, Snoopaloop.
Thanks, Snoopaloop. Thanks so much, by the way.
So many bits.
Very, very
you.
much bits. It is now time for you to say not only what you learned, but also name something that you liked about another player's play. We're going to start with what you learned. We're going to start with Elizabeth this time around.
Right. So Gale learned that like when you don't know the rules and a game could be anything, it's really hard to plan for it. Especially with like variables in play like new fang-mates. But she's taking this as a learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved Pyres' taunts in the stadium.
Thanks, I'll take it.
It's so Pyres.
That's so Pyres. Thank you.
And the recruiting of the other fang-mates.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool.
Scott?
Yeah, pretty well. Totally not related to that big combat. I learned that Pyres feels really bad for Brevin. Because he really doesn't like Brevin, but he also understands that, like, he would also feel really badly. He would also probably trash his room if he was in the same position. But he's one of them lucky ones, one of them people who always gets what he wants. So he hasn't experienced that yet. But I think he understands that he's Brevin, but he's on a good day, In terms of what I really enjoyed, actually, I really enjoyed the scene, as short as it was, between Oresta and Siantel, where I don't know, Kate, I felt like it was really natural and it was like really honest, which is very Oresta, but also you knew what you had to do. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like you were able to roleplay through it without having to necessarily like be like charisma or whatever. Yeah, it was just really nice. It was just really natural. I liked it a lot.
I have retroactively given Gale her initiative
Cool.
that she earned.
Sometimes you wake up and you're dead.
Yeah, it was a little unclear because battle groups don't gain initiative, but you do gain initiative even though it doesn't do damage to their initiative. So
Oh,
Interesting, okay.
Okay,
Sweet.
that's not how we.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Very good, Crosshair.
and Kate.
I learned that Oresta really just kind of wants to go back to being kind of friendly with everyone and not important or relevant on the big public stage of things within classmates to classmates. So she's trying to figure out how to she's trying to just go back to what used to work and it's not. And I really loved how Gale said a thing, was like, maybe that wasn't a good thing, and just peaced out.
Clean up my mess, fam. Bye.
Just melt back into the bushes.
Yeah, it was perf.
Thank you.
So you'll gain your 2, all of you. So that's
Hooray!
2 dragon experience for all of you. I learned that apparently there's too many things that I have to keep track of in combat, so I'm going to need more practice. what it's been. It's been a while since I've run Exalted Combat, and apparently I suck at it at this time.
Oh.
So we'll have to see about that.
Oh, I don't know what those are.
I
know what those are.
So a couple of interesting things coming up from the chat. Requiem Lost, specifically saying, I personally loved the respect that both sides were showing each other prior to the game.
Like us and the Golden Thread? Golden Thread, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I think that that's an interesting kind of element to all of this, right?
Yeah, I thought they were pretty cool folks.
Yeah, I like
We should
them a
break
lot.
them up and recruit them.
Right?
We can start a subsidiary Fang, the Fang of the Lost Hand's Lost Hand. Like, we could just do
Fang of the Found Hand.
the Found Hand, right? Obviously, right? Shit. Intelligence 2. Like,
Show me
just
your hands.
Show me your... I'll show you these guys' little hands.
Let me see
Oh,
those
hang on.
hands.
He's blocked from the stream.
The left hand of the Lost Hand.
Oh, you're struggling. No, sit back down. I'm sorry. It's just I wanted the chat to see.
Does Max no longer like to be held?
No, he likes it, but he was sleeping through the whole combat, but no one could see him because he was cropped out of the
I
frame.
think he wants to go up there, Liz.
Zoom.
It's just then you're gonna show everyone your Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, I see.
all right.
Well then.
There was also a chaos question, which I could toss out there now.
Yeah.
Sure.
Crosshair had a chaos question. What are our thoughts on our chances after the first half of the game? Did the Lost Hand get bitten while feeding their fame? I'm proud of that one. I won't comment on the rhyme. Obviously, I love it. Obviously, I think our chances are excellent because we're kicking ass and taking names. Also, Oresta all the way. That said, now that I've said that, I'm not, something's going to come up. We'll see how it goes. It's a bit of a no-win situation because even if we rock the house, people are going to be like, rigged. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You look good as a question.
Mhm.
You want to read that out?
So, when creating Oresta, you said her personality is teddy bear. So far, we've mostly seen her using her physique and no-nonsense attitude to shut people down. Do you think this is because of just being in a military academy and having no place to express her gentler side? And if so, how is she feeling about that, or am I off the mark here? It's this new situation. She, like, her first 5 minutes, she was like, oh, this is fine. I can just be nice. Oh, this isn't fine. I can't just be nice. And like the conversation she had with the 7th year kind of has told her, yeah, you have to play like all the other jerks in order to get things settled. So I'm hoping that as the campaign progresses, she'll be able to go back a bit to where she's comfortable. But maybe this will be a development of her figuring out how to play with the big kid.
You can't be that awesome and expect to stay in the shadows.
I just want to sit in the library and read books
I don't want to.
while lifting.
Yeah. I love the idea of just reading various reading contraptions set up around your various gym machines so you can read
Mhm.
while you lift. Be awesome. Y'all are awesome. Back at
And
the chat.
then Aragorn's got a question. Somebody wants to read that out?
Do the players have any theories about the name of their fang that they were assigned? Whether they're being positioned as bad guys since their wake is filled with disbanded fangs and expelled students?
Whoa. I mean, I would tinfoil hats aside, I feel like possibly Juin was like, shit, I gotta name these guys. Like, I've been given orders and this would be kind of funny to me. That said, I will say the choice to have Vieren as House Cathak and to have two of us also as part of House Cathak, and people don't necessarily like Viren, kind of makes me maybe think that there's something political at play here, and that maybe the name then is a reference in that direction. That's so Juwin.
Interesting.
I feel like it's Oresta's opinion is that it's all part of the setup.
Shit. I don't want to get caught in a trap.
Gale's tinfoil hat is reaching the sky at this point because of the Sepe incident last week. So
Which she has not told us about.
Oh, of course not. She can't talk to you about it.
Of course she can't. Liz,
Well,
we've got it. Yeah.
This is absurd.
I mean, we're stopping in the middle of combat, which isn't my favorite, but it happens, and there it is. We do what we can. But we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah.
But there's a whole week from now until then. What the hell's happening?
What the hell is happening? I'm usually first off in the week. You can catch me over at twitch.tv/BiffTheBoss. We are continuing the council. I'm really enjoying it. It's just wild. Come and join Chief Inspector Stryker as he tries to seduce duchesses, and I don't know what else he's doing right now. I think he's helping make political moves in the world. It's crazy. It's a good time.
I mean, as long as that's important for you.
Yeah,
Wednesday, I have to confirm whether this is going to happen. I have 2 active scrub check challenges that are being thrown at me. One of them involving Super Metroid, the other one involving Castlevania. When I get them officially is when I'll be able to announce what they're going to be. However, we'll also see whether I'm able to do that on Wednesday. There's a question kind of hanging in the air. Turns out that I'm just really busy over the next 3 weeks, but we'll see. Thursday, RPG Clinic. Thanks so much again to Scott for giving us some perspective on that end. This Thursday, assuming that it is on me, we will be talking about massive persistent games on RPG Clinic, alongside all your other RPG questions and answers. Raparth, we missed your question, didn't we? Yeah, drop it on Discord. We'll get to it.
Yeah, drop it in Discord. I'd appreciate some time to think about that one. It's a great question.
Friday?
Well, Friday, there will be Punchy, probably played by a skeleton in this exact position with Max still asleep, because I can't ever move again.
This is garbage.
So you'll see me here on Friday.
It's Punchy.
Yeah,
I think it's still Hades.
Probably more Hades. Yeah, we gotta tell our dad what's what.
Saturday?
Oh, it's Drew
More Drew Crew.
Maybe we'll find a hidden staircase in the hidden staircase.
Maybe one day.
Are you ever going to play more Nancy Drew like you did covering for Scrub Check this past week?
I don't know.
Yes.
It depends on if I'm ever covering for Scrub Check again. I don't know if the world's ready for more of me playing that game.
Scrubbed. That was so bad news. That was really bad.
We're so scrubbed.
Is book club this Sunday?
Oh, Jesus. Scott, would you mind checking the calendar?
I'd love to just see
Scott, would you like to be my hand since my hands now belong to Max?
Your body won't decompose. It's Punchy Book Club. We're talking The Wicked and the Divine, Volume 2, 1 o'clock on my channel. Tune in. I'll still be here.
Help.
And then we'll be right back here for episode 5. See how the combat goes.
Yes, I suppose that's part of it.
Special thanks again to our 3 mods, She Who Knows 10,000 Things, Entropy's Disciple, and Strength of Borders. It's a treat to have all of you. Really appreciated. Hey, if you like talking about this, if you like talking about games in general or whatever, you got to join the Discord if you aren't already there. And if you are, go and hang out there. It's a cool place to be. If you feel like contributing to our wiki, you can find the link to the wiki at rpgclinic.com. It's a lot easier to do now because we migrated the wiki over because Kate's a beast. But that's the best place to be able to make those changes and to submit fan art. We've got some excellent ones. Now we had Pretty Chameleon submit those, and then also Lo, whose birthday is today. And once again, happy birthday, Lo, whether or not you hear this now or another time. Thanks to you 3.
Thanks to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to go curl up with this honking book and see if I can just smash it into my brain. In the meantime, it's tough right now. Things are looking up. That's because we're always going See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye, Max.